So we're recording and then we're about to go. We're live. All right. So Robbie, going to do the links.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's
Okay.
still like thinking.
Okay, I see it. Okay, all right.
You guys see it? Do you have the link?
65, right? Okay, there we
I'll
go.
put it in.
Plugs. Social
Okay.
plugs.
Everyone's still here. Everyone's super quiet.
Here.
Here.
So I got two my stories. One's on Bill and Melinda Gates, and the other one's on the chicken shortage.
Chicken shortage. Okay.
Yeah,
Chicken. I thought it was. Is that Chick-fil-A? No.
it's
Better not be.
Tyson's. They kind of, yeah. You'll see.
Okay. Pro host in a chat. Is that you, Manny?
Pro host in a closed environment. that was a good one on
There's Broom Backhand.
when we recorded on Sunday in a closed environment or closed studio.
Manny
Hello.
in a closet.
Everyone else went quiet for me, so give me a sec. Hello.
Hello. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on here?
Don't know.
Addie was saying about Nikki Glazer. I don't know why, but I don't like her.
Who said that?
Addie.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see if I see. Okay, yeah, I see we're live there.
Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on over here, but I'm back.
Oh,
Okay,
here.
we can hear you
Damn
fine.
tech issues. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody
Okay.
has to mute their YouTube.
Why? Oh, I had the mute. Oh.
Oh, you know what I heard? We got to tell people to like the video.
There. 4 people have liked it.
Who's playing what? What's going on there?
Me. I just.
Are you trying to get ahead of the game?
No, I was gonna send something real quick.
So yeah, this is episode 65. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. We're gonna start up in a few minutes. Bruin Backhand and Monkey's Uncle are here.
What's up?
So they're not
Jesus
the same
Christ.
person.
I'm finally back. No issues over here. Hopefully that'll be the last of that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna post on the.
Grab my thing, my drink. I'll be right back.
Wait, just like
I don't have a drink. I don't know. I should probably get one, but I'm gonna wait.
just a LaCroix for me.
See how the episode goes. You know, get a little bored. I'm gonna sauce it up a little bit.
Bok. All right. Oh, I think I know who Grateful Red is.
You do?
Yep.
Who is it?
It's a fellow Four Eyes friend of mine.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, cool.
That's my main account. I don't really
Okay.
share it, but that's my main account on Twitter. The Grateful Red.
Cool. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Is it Hawaii 5-0? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Is anybody drinking?
Just you, man. We're gonna do a sober show for the three of us and just watch you get plastered.
Wow, this is like I feel like
know.
I feel like a lab rat. Just
All
like,
right, I'm gonna go get a drink, damn it.
Salute, y'all.
See if the sun. Oh, I go like this. I'm dealing with like the sun going down. I can like adjust accordingly there.
Hey, is it starting to get hot now that the seasons are changing?
Wait, you're asking me? We live in the same place.
I know, but you live on the second story where the sun sets in your direction. So,
Oh, well, no, it's just this one window. Like I've got windows all around. This one just happens to be like giving me like side glare.
gotcha.
What is only 4 more to go?
Like 4 more screens. I don't know why I couldn't fit that many screens here.
Oh.
That'd be overwhelming.
Okay.
But it's nice to have the 2. I normally sit on the couch with like my small desk and just my laptop, and then I'm like scrambling to look at things and watch you guys, and it's just too much. So
Okay, that's a
So
better.
So you're
way
rocking
to go.
multiple screens? Is that what you're telling me, Jane?
yep, I'm at my desk where I do all my work. So
Nice.
I got a monitor for that.
What kind of monitor are you rocking?
Adele. Don't
Dude,
know.
you got a
You mean like
Dell.
rectangular
Actually,
one?
Chris, you helped me pick this out
I
last
did.
year before I was still in Chicago.
Okay, that means it's a good one, or it means it was a good deal. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I was a little
Maybe
over
not the
100.
nicest one, but
Frugal Asian dad came out of you. It's like, no, we must get this deal.
yeah, I started researching disapproving Korean dad
Right
memes. Yeah, they're not mean enough to me. So there are a few.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like they almost got it right.
they don't
God
really
damn it.
cut. They don't really cut deep enough.
No.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk about some recent topic that's in the Adam Carolla newsverse.
I hope it's not about the divorce.
Yeah, it is.
Our theme
have
is
questions.
divorce, Manny.
We have questions for you.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Like, how many divorces do you plan on getting eventually?
Oh, one was enough
2,
to
3.
survive. One was enough to live through. None, if you ask me.
Okay. Optimism. I like it.
Yeah. Gotta be real, you know. Gotta.
Yeah.
Divorce ain't for everybody.
All right, let's get this thing fired up, folks.
All right.
Okay. You made the post,
Rob?
Yes. All right.
Yes.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome to episode 65 of your Endless Ranters podcast. My name is Chris, and I am but one of your ERP hosts this evening. I'm joined by the lovely and talented Jane.
Hello,
Jane.
hello.
Robbie Spotlight's in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. And the one and only Mole Man, producer Manny. What up, playa?
Hi, how y'all doing?
Good,
here.
good. How are you doing?
I'm prepping my weed. You know,
Okay.
enjoying life.
That's good timing. Good timing. So about that, I'm just kidding.
Fuck, this isn't an intervention, is it?
Oh no, it's an interrogation. Yeah, we're not really trying to change anything. We're just trying to learn more.
The
That's all.
other I word.
Yeah, we got more questions.
For sure.
No, so just a shout out. Our last episode was episode 64. It's one less than 65. And that was with Coop and Russ from the Two Grumpy Bastards podcast.
Not angry.
Not
Grumpy.
angry. Yeah, Two Grumpy Bastards. So yeah, so that was a fun time. That was really cool listening to their stories. Hope people enjoyed that or will enjoy it when when that episode gets released. And so far, just really, it's only on our YouTube channel. They did another podcast, I guess, right after we recorded on Sunday, and that was pretty entertaining as well. So yeah, what are we gonna talk about? Rob, you want to cover some business first?
Yeah. All right, guys. So don't forget to follow us. Join our Facebook group, Endless Ranters Podcast. Find us, join the conversation, whatever after conversation we have after this. We'd like your topic suggestions and guest suggestions. If you have someone that you'd like to be on, or if you'd like to be on yourself, anything interesting, hit us up. We'd love to talk to you. And also, we do a bi-weekly happy hour Zoom gathering. We just had one this past Friday. We're not going to have one in a couple of days, but next week we're going to have another one. They're fun. I think I had fun last weekend. And
yeah,
we
I heard you were a hit.
I don't know.
That was lit.
You can also check out our YouTube channel to watch past shows. And just check out Endless Ranters on YouTube, and you'll join us live like you are right now. If you're listening live, join us live. Also, Instagram, Endless Ranters Podcast, Instagram, Endless Ranters on Twitter. And don't forget to follow our boy Manny, How We Figure on Instagram, How We Figure.
Yeah.
And Robbie Spotlight on Instagram.
Manny, do you have a new podcast that started up that you want to talk about yet, or is it not rolling yet, or is it about to?
I mentioned the Kung Fu show, Fistful of Fists. That's still up in the air, tech issues, but Nug Life's been the latest edition that's been rolling, chugging along, doing good, having fun.
Puffing along.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll give you a one behind the scenes peek and tell you that we had to re-record one episode because my co-host got way too fucking stoned as we were recording said episode, and he just was unavailable. He just couldn't answer questions, keep a conversation going.
So I thought you were going to say he forgot to hit the record button or something. Or
no,
he just wasn't able to speak.
Now, is the irony? You understand the irony, right?
Do I? Do I, Jane?
Oh, man.
I love it. It's like just a sprinkle of condescension with some judgment on top, with a layer of insult.
It's all right. These are the themes that have been surrounding my life as I make my way through it.
I love you.
Yeah.
Don't change, man.
I won't.
Don't you change. Speaking of unable to, well, no, your Robbie was okay, but yeah, on last Friday night's Zoom happy hours, Robbie showed up, and I'll just say he told everybody hello 7 times, and each time it was like the first time he saw them.
Really? Wow.
You know what I mean?
Kids don't do drugs.
Yeah. Well, just drink.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, right?
I know, but
Yeah. Come on, kids.
that's the line.
Our Canadian friends, Tiffany and Rowan.
Yeah.
Rob said, he was like, "Hey, Tiffany, hey, Rowan," like 7 times, and every time it was like, yeah, he just saw them for the first time.
That is awesome.
He's like an excited puppy.
I caught you in action too. I got a little picture of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I guess you just join the group and you'll see that picture. It's funny, kind of. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing. I hope I wasn't doing something inappropriate or making
No, you're totally entertaining. It was
Cool.
great.
Very funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So join our.
You're creepy at all.
Oh, good. That's literally because it's pretty easy for me to be creepy. So I try and steer away from that creepy side of me.
You did that one thing where, like when you put your dick between your legs and like.
Oh, I did the Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, you did the Buffalo Bill on us twice.
I did the turtle, the swimming turtle. No, okay.
No, that's my move. Sorry.
All right.
Buffalo Bill. That's right. I was at a loss there.
But everybody, join us next week. We'll be doing our Zoom happy hour. It's fun, and don't worry. There's little to no evidence of the fun that we've had, except for the stories.
What are the times for this?
Oh,
hang out.
and usually what is it? 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m.
Yep.
Central time, 7 p.m. Mountain time, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Every time zone. Is that all there are? Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
As
I
far
don't know.
as far as Americans are concerned, there's only
Yeah,
4
all
time
the
zones.
exactly the people from the other side of the world, and I don't know. We'll
And
figure it out.
For those of you listening on the border of the international date line, you're fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. You can still listen, but we're not gonna you're gonna have to do the time math yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody's doing all right this week. We had a good time. We had a good episode last week, pre-Mom's Day. That was a lot of fun talking about moms. And then we had a good episode with Coop and Russ Sunday, we did the happy hours, and then the episode 64 with Coop and Russ. And now we're here with episode 65. And what are we going to talk about? I think we have some controversial subject matter. Maybe.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
know.
in keeping with our, our ties to Adam Carolla, the topic of divorce, we got some divorce announcements
Yeah. I've got
from
some.
them. So,
Yeah.
there's a like controversy. There's, two sides to it. And, people, it's one of those things you can kind of feel both sides. You can be like pro, against. In some situations it makes sense. In other situations it seems completely selfish. So
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Well, Manny just dropped off, so he's like, I don't want to talk about it. So
Oh
must
man,
be tough.
this is a personal topic for him.
Yeah. So Adam announced that. What was that? Was it Monday morning?
No, I want to
that's
say it was
Friday.
Friday
Friday's
morning?
episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know why I thought that. I thought there was something about maybe it would be earlier, but maybe the whole AJ Benza controversy and all that business. Jane's really connected. Let me tell you, folks. She knows AJ Benza personally. She knows Lynette personally.
He might stay at my place this summer. We're not sure if it'll work out with the
Yeah.
time he'll work out with our schedules, but I might be going to dog sit another part of town. I would stay there like I did last summer. For those who know me, I did the same thing last summer. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that, but I'd like to find someone who can live here and at least pay part of the rent.
So AJ might he'll be your tenant.
Yeah, because
Your
he's recently
sublessee.
separated as well. So we've got
How about that? Well, yeah. So AJ personally, Lynette personally. You're Adam's mistress. I mean, no, sorry. Hey, cut that out. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I do not have a chest for Adam. That is
no.
sure.
And Chris, just to be clear, you are not Lynette's, side piece, right?
Not yet.
Yeah.
How you doing?
We'll work on it.
No, not yet.
Barbecue.
Yeah, August, baby. No.
Yeah,
Maybe.
no.
I don't know.
Lynette's beautiful. But I do like, he announced it last Friday morning and on the Adam Carolla Show podcast. And then Lynette, I think, mentioned it also on the Crying Out Loud episode, right? I don't know when it was released, but on the last one.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I listened to part of Jane can summarize, I think, the Lynette side of things better. I listened to part of her last episode, but I didn't listen to her announcement episode.
Yeah, she did her announcement episode last Friday on their free show, and she spent the whole hour pretty much talking about it. I thought it was good to hear her side. It was very compatible with Adam's. In my opinion, I felt like, oh, okay, they're on the same page. They didn't tell like wildly. You weren't like, oh my gosh, they have totally different stories. I have no idea.
I feel like there's a difference. I don't know that I would say they're on the same page because I think that they both feel very differently about it. But I think what you're meaning is like their stories jibe with each other. Like
yes,
the stories are compatible because
no one's making up a bunch of shit about the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lynette actually on her episode, she said that she even said, I think Adam put it better than I did. The news.
She did, but I don't know why she said that, but
I think he was I don't know. I think he was careful with. He was respectful. What he did, what he said.
Yeah. They're
No,
both
you know.
very much themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
I could relate to how Adam described it. I get the feeling. My personal feeling is that Adam is very hurt, because I don't think this is what he wanted. I think it takes two to tango, so it's not like I'm not saying it's one person's fault or the other, but yeah, I think he's hurt. I think he's bummed out about it. I think what he was saying in a very Adam way was that, where he said, it's not something he wanted, and I've gone through a divorce, and it does feel like a failure. It does feel like something really, really big in life that you failed at. So he seemed kind of more somber about it. And it seemed like Lynette, on at least the part I listened to, she was a little bit more upbeat about things. And I think she also said something like, Lynette had been reading the Adam Carolla Facebook group, the Ace Holes comments, and saying, suggesting girlfriends for Adam or something. Yeah. And she said something to the effect of, why shouldn't he? He should be out there, getting, going after it. It's like, man, that's
right on.
Yeah.
I think it's been long enough that she's moved on. Like, this is a new announcement for all of us, but
well, she even said, she said, for those people that think that Brian and Gina were lying about just finding out, she said that they just found out about them announcing the divorce,
Yeah, Lynette said that was absolutely genuine. And they weren't, that is true. And it makes sense because think about it, like they were at home this whole past year. Yeah. All they do is like jump it, they call in for the show and that's it. I don't think they talked to Adam about anything really remotely personal. They're not around the studio until recently to, observe the dynamic.
Yeah.
Or overhear conversations about whatever, like the little things that you would pick up on. So I think it makes sense that they didn't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're probably in the same group as a lot of the fans, the Ace Holes, where, despite people dropping, trying to say it was happening or reading things into the Malibu house or all that, that it still is a surprise. I don't know. I guess for whatever reason, it did not catch me as a surprise or anything like that. So I don't know. I was really curious to hear how he would describe it. And I thought there's just kind of a difference between how he described it and how she described it. But then again, I don't really listen to For Crying Out Loud, and
I don't think you're in their demo.
No, that's the what Stephanie Wilder Taylor.
Chris, are you awoke, Yenta?
She is very difficult to listen to for more than a couple minutes. Good golly. Good golly, Miss Molly.
I will say this. Lynette sometimes reads the comments and stuff like that, and I'm sure she probably reads them, or some of the crew may read them more here and there, and they'll respond if something either is way off base. So she just responded a couple of days ago about it, and obviously she's they're all going to give their side of the story. And, she basically, some people were calling her a gold digger and et cetera, et cetera.
Were they saying that in the Adam Carolla podcast Facebook group, the Ace Holes group, though? Or because she was kind of bouncing back and forth between the Ace Holes on Facebook and Reddit, which is a cesspool. I mean,
well, maybe in Reddit. I do know she responded to someone that posted a Kanye West gold digger video mentioning her.
On what?
Yeah.
On the Facebook group?
On the Facebook group, yeah. And so she basically said, no, I met him during this time when he was barely getting, I think, working on the radio or about to work on the sitcom, et cetera. And I mean, I don't want to rehash what her comments were. People can join the group if they really want, if they're fans. If you're not a fan, don't join the group, the Ace Holes group. But
she was right though, because I mean, you can't be much of a fan of Adam or claim to have listened to him for a long time if you didn't know that he wasn't rolling in it when they met. I mean, he was struggling, So it's just kind of,
Yeah.
it's kind of silly to call her that. That's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, those type of things are just so off base. I'm sure she looks at it, it's just like whatever. People are being their
Eh,
normal
exactly.
selves.
She'll respond sometimes, but she said a couple things and that's it. And she basically made her point. And she'll give her side, she'll make her point, and whoever does not want to listen to that, then they don't have to. But she already kind of said what she was going to say to the group, and she has no obligation to say anything. But she responded.
True.
Yeah. And like I said, I've always said this. I respect her a lot. She gave her 2 cents, and yeah. If I were Lynette, obviously, I know she's not going to lose any sleep over it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man.
What's up?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Thoughts. Been quiet.
Well, I was quiet because I was having so many tech issues, but it was a bummer to hear.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that both sides are handling it, because I'm sure they already went through the thick and the rough of it. So it's not like we have to see or hear any rumblings of any ugly fighting, or snarky or snarky comments being thrown left and right. It's like,
I don't think they have that. I don't think
yeah. That's why it's like, it's already an uncomfortable enough of a life change. And the fact that it's being handled this way, it's just like, okay, well, it's an example that people can move through this difficult time and be adult about it. So
yeah, I gotta say it bummed me out. I think I kind of avoided that the posts a little bit. I just kind of avoided it.
yeah.
It's like the strip clubs aren't even open in California, so it's unfair.
Yeah,
bad timing.
What I will say this is a couple of comments where Adam talks about family education, family. Obviously, I think everybody can say divorce is not ideal, but some people can make it work and can kind of be mature about it. Obviously, kind of co-parenting thing is not the ideal thing, but okay, Adam, yeah, he travels a lot, but he'll be around. He'll be around if he needs to be. It's not like he's going to be one of those dads that lives in Florida or in Alaska that never shows up or never sends a card. He'll be there. And then they have a support system. Obviously, mom is around, and then obviously, thank God for Olga. Yeah, not everybody has an Olga, but Olga's going to be around. So,
Yeah,
not everybody can. Oh, go ahead, Gene.
Oh, to that point, like the idea of like, oh, we talked about family and education. It's not like it's just about parents staying together and going to school. Like it's broader than that. It's about like focusing on it, and it both boiled down to what I see as preparing children to interact with the rest of society and be productive and be able to get along with people. And, that's what kind of the purpose of family and education are. So like, just because Adam takes Sunny out of school at the beginning of the year for whatever it is to go to Monterey.
Yeah, the Rolex historic.
What's up? I mean, that's such a huge educational experience. I mean, and hey, it's pro family, right? It's quality time with your kid. So
it's more educational and family bonding than going to school, for Christ's sake, or going to the 4th grade or something like that. The people that really,
if anything, school gets in the way of you and your parents.
Yeah. You're better off taking your kid fishing for a day at that age.
Yeah,
than having to go to school and
it
learn.
Annoys me when people don't see that don't get that nuance that he's. And to be fair, he should be. I think he should be explaining it differently. He's
explaining what differently? Oh, to us, to the listeners. Well, okay, yeah, I have thoughts on this because the people that throw the family and education thing in Adam's face, like not even about the divorce thing, but just on the regular basis, are fucking stupid, for lack of a better term, because Adam never talks about family and education to build a utopian society where everybody's just happy and whistling Dixie. He talked about that originally came up in the context of how do urban communities, crime-ridden, poor communities that can't quite break the cycle of poverty and crime and shitty schools. That's the context that began the whole family education talk. Like, how do you fix poverty and crime and this vicious cycle in urban areas, many urban areas, or even in rural areas, whatever. So, I mean, it's just, he never talked about it like how that's how you fix Gavin Newsom, by his parents staying together.
Well,
I mean,
it's remedial.
It's really a stupid thing to throw that at him, because that's not the context that he talked about it in the first place. So,
right. If you're that far, when you're in urban, crime-ridden area and that's all broken families and no one going to school, then it's sort of like, okay, let's give you the most remedial advice possible. It's like, just parents stay together, or at least dads stick around.
I mean, it could be just family in the terms of like family planning, like don't start a family or have a kid and then have one and then stop and then wait 5 years and plan it out. So, I mean, it's not just like.
But in first world, what do you call it? First world problems? It's a little different.
Yeah. And not making excuses for it, because it's really tough. And it does, I mean, I feel kind of guilty about it sometimes, because it does make things a little bit more difficult for your children. I mean, if you're wealthy and, that's one thing, it's not, they'll still have a lot of luxury and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, it kind of, having plenty of money definitely makes it easier. But for, for regular middle class families, it does make it more difficult. So it's a tougher choice for folks that, aren't wealthy, that it's like, do you continue to stick together and just kind of display unhappiness when, one or both of the spouses are just, in bad moods all the time? Or do you split up and it's going to be more of a challenge, but, maybe the kids get to see mom and dad, kind of living a happier life or something. So it's kind of
right. So to that end, Chris and Manny, as products of divorce, I'm curious what you think of your own parents' divorce and whether it was for the best, or do you feel like they should have stuck it out?
Chris, you go first.
I was going to say Manny go first, because he was kind of squirming. Manny's going to drink another 40.
Yeah, let him have everything.
It's a regular.
Of the Loco. What is it? Loco?
It's just a pint. It's just
a Loco.
No pint. No for Loco.
Yeah.
Because you were young, so I guess this is tough. Because you didn't really know them together, correct?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember my parents ever being together, and I wonder if I should, and I just kind of like blocked it out, or like my first memory. Like if I think back to my very first memory, I think it may have been like when we were leaving or something like that. Like that's like my first memory of, like when you go back and you remember like your first memories as a kid, whether you're 3 or 4 or whatever it is. I don't know what the normal age is for like someone that's in their 40s to like remember back to when they were a kid. You know what I mean? Like your first bike, your first pony, or whatever. Like, I don't know, but I feel like my first memory, it was like of a stressful situation, like something. My parents, they got divorced really before I knew what was going on. My sister was 5 years or is 5 years older than me. So she, I think, had a much different experience. Like she was aware of a lot more. So she had I'd just say she had a completely different experience than I did. I think I was kind of oblivious on a surface level, but maybe not on a deeper level. Because I do remember being very stressed out when I was a kid a lot. I don't think I told you, I remember being kind of, I don't know. I remember feeling kind of hurt all the time. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm so mean to people now. I don't know. But
I think you're mean. Okay. That's might be another whole episode.
That's another, actually, yeah, that's another episode, because I don't know if Chris might think he's mean or sounds mean, but I really don't see Chris as a mean guy. But maybe in his,
that's good.
Yeah.
All right,
maybe the way things come. Maybe the way
I'll try harder.
Yeah.
Mother.
Yeah. Maybe in your mind you're a little mean, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I feel very cold-hearted, I think, a lot of times. So
well, that could be. I think I can see more of that.
So I remember it was just like a very stressful, like anxiety time. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think sometimes it's like you want to work on those things or explore them, but then at some point it's like, you gotta just fuck it. Just
Wait, you mean on the parents' side, or you said your
no, like for
own?
my own experience.
Got it. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
grappling.
I gave up on my kids a long time ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, you kind of ended up in the same position. It's interesting how you kind of replicated
Yeah, it is really
your
interesting. And
parents.
that's that's something like you can't know. Like, so Lynette and Adam are fine and all that, but they don't really know yet how that will affect their kids' relationships in the future. And that's not really any of my business, but it's something that like maybe causes some kind of more of a long-term thing, right?
Mm,
And there's
my
some
theory, my hypothesis is that what's going to affect them is the dynamic of their marriage, of how their marriage was, rather than the
so you're
divorce.
saying like that I kind of
Because they
went
were
through
so
this same.
independent. Like they were Lynette talked about they weren't super coupley. They weren't, the typical like going on vacations together all the time, like other couples
True.
they were friends with.
True, yeah.
So they might gravitate to more independent relationships, which can maybe more likely to end in divorce. But
It all comes
who
down to, I
knows?
think, how well you know yourself, right? So they may be that way. They may not realize, or they may, I think for me, I was, and maybe, I think maybe I can relate to Adam a little bit with this because my parents were divorced, like it wasn't in the cards for me. Like it wasn't a possibility. Like when I got married, that was never going to happen, right? It just wasn't going to happen at all. Like, so then it did. And, and I'll say like I wanted it. I was really the instigator because I was just so unhappy and I felt like I was just I was angry all the time, pissed all the time. Felt like, I think if I summed it up, it was like what was important for her was really, really important for both of us, and what was important to me was not so important to both of us. It was just important to me. So, and then like kind of like there's a sense of there's a weird dynamic because maybe for me it was like everything I enjoyed was like, felt like she was like, oh, I got to put an end to that, because I think like when I would enjoy something independently, that was a threat to her. And I shouldn't speak for her or anything like that, but it was kind of it's a weird dynamic. And then my ex-wife, she was also, her parents were also divorced. And it was like it was real messy. And my parents were, I didn't finish that, but yeah, my parents like really hated each other too. Like I remember seeing a lot of fights and arguments when I was a kid. Those are like some of my first memories of as a kid too. And I think that made me, when, in my marriage, I think that made me kind of hold a lot of stuff in because I didn't want our son, or I didn't want to fight like they fought. So maybe it'd have been better if I would have just fought.
Let it
Or maybe
all out.
not, or maybe not, because I fight mean. I mean, I fight dirty.
You pull hair, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think, like
Nails,
Adam
feel your
always
nails grow
said, like
out,
when
cut them
Adam would
into a
say,
point.
yeah, when Adam would say, like, I don't get into arguments, I'm not going to win when I know I'm not right. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. But what are we talking about?
Divorce.
Oh
Being
yeah.
product
Yeah.
of divorce.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
It's time will tell. I definitely am a lot different than I think we co-parent, or whatever you want to call it, different than either of our parents did. Like we don't have bust ups in front of the kids ever. Like that's,
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan. I try to hold in. I do hold in, my, negative feelings about their mom. So, just kind of hold it in. So we never do that. So, but, kids get a sense of like, these two people don't like each other. So I don't know. I think time will tell I definitely am a lot different than my dad was. My dad was really a hard ass. So I always very loving. You know, I'm pretty hard on my son, but also, you know, very loving and tender. So
Sweet.
Right.
yeah, it's gross.
I know.
All right, Manny, what's up?
So where do you want me to begin?
Well, just
Go
in
back early, man,
general.
because I know like we had you were on Endless Ranters like early on,
Right.
and we kind of talked about your history and like kind of you growing up a little bit, but more in the context of your relationship with listening to Adam, you know,
Right.
because that's what we were doing. But yeah, kind of go beyond that, go back further. When you were
So
born, when you were, what was, you know,
I was born, my eyes were compromised, and I've been wearing glasses since 5 months old. No. Um, yeah, my parents had, there was never, up until they actually had their whole falling out and we moved. My parents were pretty good about never fighting or arguing in front of me. And then there were rumblings leading up to everything. Like my dad's always had a problem with booze, which affected me negatively. Like it took me a long time, somewhere in my mid to late 20s, to finally be okay with drinking. But I also don't drink to reckless abandon like most people. Maybe two or
hey,
three.
don't look,
I'm
Jane can hear you. All right.
I don't mean anyone here. I just mean,
Oh,
you know, the
oh,
consensus, you know,
I was
is that
just,
like
I was just kidding. I was just kidding.
no, if anything, the way you people drink fucking scares me sometimes, man. It's like I feel like an amateur. Um, so there was, yeah, the drinking problems, and then also the infidelity. It's just like my mom tried really hard to deal with my pops because he grew up in the old country. He went through a lot of shit that he still hasn't even shared with me. There's a lot about my dad I don't know.
He's from
Like,
Mexico originally.
yes, correct. And he's one of four kids. His two older siblings came from a different dad. He and my crazy aunt came from a different dad. So the two older siblings would gang up on them. My aunt would also gang up on my dad. So it was just a fucking mad free for all, to the point where he never opened up about a lot about anything. He would bury his emotions in booze or just general shenanigans of, he basically just like, you know, get involved into some other shit instead of, you know, but I don't know, the way that he grew up is just like it affected the marriage so bad that it's just like my mom was just like, look, I tried everything I can, I can't raise my kid around you.
Yeah.
And they had a huge fight, which really shocked me because, again, never seeing any fights, never being around any weird shit like that, it just threw me for a loop. I was like, yo, what's going on? The next thing I know, we're leaving. And then after that came like all the other shit that comes with a divorce, you know.
How old were you at this time?
Uh
Did you say that?
it all fell apart around 8, 9 years old.
Mm.
So, and then the years after, as you know, 10, 11, 12, 13, I mean, up until I shut down from like about age 9 till about age 14. There was like a bunch of shit that I didn't want to deal with because like it all just seemed so surreal to me. It's like, yo, I had a family. I'm still part of a family, but something's not right at home. Like, I don't understand. And my brain, being the weird brain that it is, it's just like I had so many questions and so many of them weren't being answered, or it was just like way above my pay grade that it was hard for me to wrap my head around. So I just checked out.
Hmm.
And that's where,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where Mole Man came from. Because like my physically I
Alter
was on,
ego.
yeah, physically I was on autopilot. Mentally I was in a whole different world. And that's part of the reason too why I avoid fights at all fucking costs as an adult. It's like, if I'm in the wrong, I'll gladly just throw myself on the sword and be like, I fucked up. This is where I fucked. This is how I fucked up. If you need time yourself, fine. But like, I just hate being around anger. I hate being around just uncomfortable shit that can be solved without yelling and, you know, just altered, just general aggression, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, confrontation.
Yeah, there
I
you go,
think,
confrontation.
yeah, I get that.
Why do you think your mom chose him? That's kind of the
well,
other angle I'm always curious about.
he's my dad's a charismatic dude when he's not, you know, when he's not feeling sorry for himself, which he did a lot of. And that's the other thing too that I totally agree with Ace on, is just like, don't be a fucking bummer around your kids, because they'll notice real quick. And like the sooner they notice, is be like, here we go again. All right. So again, whenever I see my dad in a funk, it's just like, oh, it's one of those days. And again, go fuck off. Or there were times where like I would take advantage of it and be like,
Oh no.
He was just totally freeze. Like he said, he just checked out. I wanted to ask where, like, what he checked out mentally, what he got into, you know, like like just staring at a wall, or like reading, or some kind of entertainment, like anime or whatever, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, so.
I guess it would be what coping.
Why don't you play the part of
Like
Manny, Robbie?
Pokemon.
Hey, dude.
That was the right age, I think. That was like the right years.
Yeah, I'm curious. But yeah, I get the whole, like, yeah, like, I remember seeing my parents like yelling at each other, like we'd be getting picked up or dropped off sitting in the car, and they'd be like screaming at each other on the patio or something like that. And yeah, kind of maybe that's part of like the avoiding confrontation in my marriage or something like that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always felt like I let it be known when I was you know, unhappy about things.
This is what my question that was going to be for Manny, because what kind of I don't know, hit me a little bit was when he said that it all came as a surprise, right? Like the whole divorce. His mom said, "All right, we're leaving," or "I'm leaving," or whatever. You know, is it healthier for the kids to know there are some issues, they're not getting along, because at least they won't be surprised? Looks like Manny is coming back online. But I would like at least to know, coping mechanism, as our friend Quana. What's up, Quana? We love you. Coping mechanism. Manny, so what were your coping mechanisms? We know you like a few things. I didn't go through that growing up, but you know, people have issues and stuff like that.
We're referring to your age when you said you checked out.
Yeah.
Like
so
8, you said 8 to 14. Like, what did you get? Did you get into, you know, is that when you got into anime? You're doing like Pokemon?
Yeah. What did you get into?
Dogs.
When you checked out mentally, you said, like, what did you get into? Yeah.
Well, I was always a fan of video games, but my parents wouldn't let me like spend hours in front of the TV. If anything, I probably played a few hours only during the weekend, because weekdays was like strictly school. But I mean, I was always in my own world. Like if I was, because I mean, yeah, I love a lot of like video games and TV shit, but a lot of times I was just burning energy, either skateboarding or on my bike or playing basketball. But also after everything started falling apart, we moved to my aunt's house, and there was a local park, and they had a community center. This was also during the time where bullying was just like ramping up in my school. So my mom thought it would be a good idea to throw me in jujitsu. So for a couple of years, that kind of was all that I did.
Nice.
And that also they had a summer school program. That's around the same time when I actually did get introduced into anime, but I didn't have like a full access to it like I did now.
Well, if I can real quick, seeing Manny, and I've known Manny for a few years. I mean, I don't know him like you know, I'm pretty sure I don't know all his deepest, darkest secrets, right? But maybe I know. I think I know a few. Yeah, I think I know a few, but you know, he can probably share those whenever he's ready. But I see Manny as, maybe because of some of the things he went through, maybe with his family, he seemed to me, seeing him and knowing him, seems like a peaceful guy. He likes what he likes, but he's kind of like me. I try not to have any confrontations. For me, it's for different reasons. But for Manny, I see him as a guy that doesn't like to fight. He likes to have a nice time, fun time. He likes to hang out with his friends, and
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, why fight, right? So I see Manny as a real cool dude, you know, because
Mhm.
I'm sure you saw some of that stuff when you were younger, and you don't want to be dealing. Why, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And then to kind of wrap it all up, taking it back to what I said about not being a bummer around your kids, like I fucking hated Mondays after it all fell apart, because like Mondays would be like school, therapy, and religious studies. I didn't want any of that shit. So like during the days when I'd go spend time at my dad's house, he'd act like fucking Homer, bro. There's like certain episodes where Marge goes to therapy and Homer's like, "Did you guys talk about me?" Blah 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 blah. blah.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
that, and I was like, "Well, yeah, dude, you're kind of the reason why everything went to shit." So I mean, what else are we gonna discuss? Even though me at the time, I didn't want to discuss the shit unless it involved my family getting back together. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to talk about it. So it was just like over it.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I have a friend who got divorced a few years ago, and
Mhm.
she went to therapy and she went in thinking she would talk just about him, her ex, and like figure, detangling herself, like what psychologically from that. But it ended up she just talked about her mom. It was like her mom was the source of all her issues. I
Hmm.
bet that's really not uncommon either.
Yeah,
So,
dude. And
I mean, she was
then
married for like 10 years. I mean, she's with this guy for like 10 years. So, and
wow.
then it was just all her therapy ended up being like, because she never dealt with like her crazy mother.
Mhm.
So,
Did she get any semblance of peace after all this therapy, talking it out and all that?
I don't know. I don't know. I talked to her. I haven't talked to her very often in the last few years. Am I coming? Let me know if I'm not coming in because I'm getting that warning on my internet. So, um, she she lives far. She lives a plane ride, like a couple hour plane ride away, but she still feels like attached to her. And her mother is like one of those women who just not. She never worked. She just did the kids. She's like a busybody and she's nosy and she gossips and she's like always, she did
Gotcha.
nothing else. She had no job. She's never really worked. And so my friend is out, but her younger brother is now in his mid 30s, is still living at home. He went to college, but he came back. He's never had a real job because she can't let go of him. It's abusive. It's like the toxic femininity. Like you talk about toxic masculinity, which is like
Right.
obvious and brazen,
Yeah.
and because it's aggression, but this is like toxic femininity, and it's like she can't.
This is the mom like cutting the son off at the knees whenever,
Yeah,
yeah, like kind of creating probably, kind of giving him a hard time for not getting out there, but at the same time, like destroying any kind of confidence he has to get out there.
exactly. And it's so painful to watch because I've known them since we were kids.
Damn.
And I'm
That's
like, he's like a little brother to me, and I just it's really sad to watch. And she's like done very well with a career. Like she's got, I mean, there's been some drama with it, but for the most part, at least she has like that to focus on. But she'll reach out to me. She's like, my mom did this. She said this crazy. She wants me to like do this crazy. I don't even know what it was, but I'm like, dude, your mom is crazy. Just accept that. Like, I don't even know. Like, a normal person would just not pay attention to someone like that. They would just let it. Oh, that's a crazy person.
dude, like I
Hard
know
when it's your parent.
yeah, like I know I went through my bullshit and it took a while for me to understand. Well, mostly my dad. My mom was a bit more easier to read, but like I went through my shit and whatnot, but like I feel for other people when I hear their horror stories of their parents or just like their
Yeah.
circumstances, like, and they're still like being burdened by them, and it's just like count your
I know. It's like you have to learn how to set boundaries. And her dad they're still married. Like they stay together. I don't know. They have the weirdest
Oh, really?
relationship. Yeah, they have a super weird relationship. I don't know what it is. And I'm a little have some resentment to my mom for being like, these were the family friends she chose for us in the long term.
It's like, man, could you
oh my gosh,
some more
what is
functional
this?
friends to hang out with?
So I told my friend, I was like, you need to learn to set boundaries. Like, how often do you talk to your parents? She's like 2 or 3 times a week. And I'm like, that is too much. She doesn't want to. She feels obligated. It's like a habit. It's like a reaction when the phone rings. But I'm like, you need to go figure out how to draw those boundaries. Anyway, I don't know why I went on that tangent about her. I hope she
Divorce and therapy.
Figures
So,
out.
so in her therapy, did she realize it was her fault?
Did she realize it was her fault? I
Her
mean,
crazy mom's fault?
Oh,
what was
her.
the dude or what? So
I think she knows, but not to the extent that she needs. I don't know if she's fully realized it, but I haven't talked to her.
And I'm kind of joking, but
so. Yeah, it's a lot of drama. I get like a little anxiety when I think about her. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't like be a friend. I feel like I have to be a therapist for her because that's what she needs.
Jesus.
More than just like someone to be like, it's okay. I know. Yeah, she's crazy. You're right. It's like, yes, she's crazy, but you need to move on.
What does she look like? And does she live near Robbie?
And is she toxic? Because, hey, some girl. Our friend.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
Yeah.
She's a really cool person. She's really, really cool, but she's a lot.
What's up, all my toxic ladies?
Well, when she's done with the therapy, Robbie,
yeah,
swoop right on in there.
Low self-esteem. I'm yours. Our friend Kat Herring says she actually says cut out all the toxic people out. Which I've had toxic people, partners around me before. Jane real quick. Jane and I, we were headed to Sacramento a couple years ago.
Oh,
and then,
yes. I was like, where's this going? Okay, go on.
I know, right? And then this one, she had quite a few kids. My wishes from my parents' wishes for me were always, I was raised very conservative. My parents very conservative. They always wanted, and I always tell them, Mom, Dad, you always wanted like a virgin, untouched woman, no kids for me. And I just turned 40 a couple weeks ago. So, and I'm still not married. So
those don't exist at this point.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. So I told him, Mom, Dad, it's not going to happen. And I used to kind of, how people, some people, I'm not really a big believer in that, but they're, manifest. The more you say, the more you're going to, attract whatever. I guess.
They said that they wanted you to get a virgin.
Well, no, but I kind of exaggerate. They always would say, hey, we don't want you raising kids that are not yours, and we want our own grandkids. Okay, great. But
wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
So would they disown you or frown on you endlessly if you brought home adopted children?
No. In fact, it's something that I've prepared them, like going out with someone, currently I'm seeing someone that has kids. So, and I've told them, look, Mom, Dad, this is, I'm this old. And if this woman cares about me, then it's going to happen. And, maybe we'll have kids, maybe we won't, we'll see.
I think parents their first goal is like like the fairy tale, but once the fairy 100%. Tale's out of the question, I think they adjust pretty damn quick there.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was seeing someone that they were not approving of, and in my first, I should have not have listened. I had a friend that was trying to kind of connect me with this woman. She had quite a few kids, a few baby daddies.
How many?
How many baby daddies? Really, you want?
Both.
I believe. Okay, there were 8 kids, but one of them died. One of them got killed. One of them got shot and killed.
God damn, Rob.
Oh shit.
In Guatemala.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So she was about maybe 4 years older than me. This woman, and so she had 7 surviving kids. But my parents obviously did not approve of her. She was a toxic person, not a good person at all.
Yeah, I think. Okay, when I said that, the parents will
where'd you meet her
after they realize there's not gonna be a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Virgin night, wedding night. Then they could adjust, but the 7 kids multiple
Yeah.
daddies, like history of gang violence. That's a bridge too far, I think.
I was not even kidding. I think she was probably was involved in some unsavory stuff back in Guatemala.
The
back in the day.
MS-13, the
And
MS-13,
not probably
like
not
Donald Trump was
MS-13,
talking
but
about.
I know, yeah.
That's El Salvador, man. Different Central America.
I know. She was not a bad hombre.
That's the capital of Guatemala.
She was not a bad hombre, if you know what I mean.
She's bad
yeah.
hair.
What? She's not a dude.
Hey, by the way, our boy Emmy's listening right now. He goes, "Oh, snap, Rob."
What up, Emmy?
What's up, Emmy?
Fucking
Fellow
dick
Guatemalan
over
in
there.
the house.
Yeah.
Hi, Emmy.
What's up?
Okay,
So,
Rob.
So yeah, we're on our way to Sacramento to see Adam Carolla actually that weekend, and I get a phone call, and it was this woman, and then in Spanish she goes, "Hey," she said, "Are you alone?" I said, "No, I'm with a friend. We're driving." She goes, "Does she understand Spanish?" And then I'm like, no sabes.
And I
español."
heard this, and I know enough Spanish that I knew that that's exactly what the interaction was.
After we hung up, Jane was like, I understood some of what you were saying. And, but she called me. I don't know what you know how some women you might break up with them. And once they see you that you're out there free, happy, then they'll try and connect with you, or
no, wait, she wanted money, or she owed you money. She owed you money.
She owes me money,
and that was the only reason why you were still in touch with her.
That's the only reason I'm in. Hi, guy. That's the only reason I'm in touch with her, or she was in touch with me, is because she owes me money. She owes me a few $1,000s, which I have no hopes in retrieving. Getting back. But I don't know. Hers was me, since I was raised, I'm a Christian man and everything. People need or deserve a second chance, people redemption and everything. But you know what? Some people are not gonna. They're not gonna seek that redemption. They're gonna stay.
They don't want to help
ways.
Themselves.
They don't want to help
Help,
themselves.
but they have no idea that they need help.
Yeah, exactly. Some men and women. You know how they always say that women always find men that they want to fix, and yeah, I think that happens a lot. But some men, and I think I might be one of those guys. I'll find someone that's I feel like, oh, you know what, she could, why doesn't she deserves love too? And I'm like this idiot that thinks that she's gonna, So that's kind of what happened with her. Until finally,
You're probably like Rob was like seven kids, once 8.
Yeah, once 8.
This chick is down to bang.
Oh, she was down to bang. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I'm glad I did not give her an 8th or 9th kid. Oh man, that would have been trouble.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, it would have been awesome. I just imagine this situation where you would have taken this girl to an Adam Carolla show.
Yeah.
You'd have been in the front row, and Adam would have started getting into your business.
Yeah.
Like, are you married? No.
Oh
Kids?
man.
Yeah. And then yeah.
I don't really talk. I try not to talk about her.
Yeah, when you're explaining,
because it's embarrassing.
Like 7 kids, and there was 8, but now there's 7, and
that
would just be a field day for Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't get the red flag raised in your own head, but
sometimes we're too dumb to realize.
Oh, I was dumb. I'll admit it. I was an idiot. Like, even kind of from the beginning, I knew it was something that I should not have been getting into. But I was an idiot. Now I'm like, whatever, I can retrieve whatever money that she owes me. But she was toxic, like anger issues. Like, she had the kids. I got along with the ones that I knew.
Was there anything redeeming about her?
Redeeming.
Like, I've only heard. I mean,
shoot.
Obviously, she was probably super hot, or at least
Yeah,
what I was gonna say.
On par with your Insta.
Yeah, that, and she was those very
fit the mold in some way.
I know, right? Very like flirtatious type as well, and one of those kind of
flatter you.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, one of those some of those seductive types, but redeeming, to be honest with you, no. I mean, just the batting of the eyelashes and stuff like that. Not a lot of redeeming, to be honest with you. Physical appearance, sure. But no.
There are plenty of pretty girls out there to choose from.
Yeah. Oh, plenty. So until she kind of, in a way, disrespected my mom, that's when I was like, you know what? I had already cut ties with her, but she wanted to come back. But after that, literally, I was like, I'm done with you. Like, I'm done. So whoever the next guy is, I feel sorry for that dude. But no, I'm done with you. I don't care how much, you know, I don't care. There's some toxic. I know there's some toxic guys out there, but this woman was toxic AF, man.
When's the last time you talked to her or
Oh,
text her? Any kind of
any kind.
communication?
Shoot, maybe a year and a half ago. But you know what? She does not live too far from me, and I saw her maybe 3 weeks ago walking down the street. Well, she saw me, and I don't know if she noticed that I saw her, and then maybe the maybe a month and a half ago, again, I saw her pretty close on the same street. I saw her.
Okay. You started
Yeah.
with a year and a half ago, and then you said a
Oh,
couple months ago you
I
made eye
physically saw her.
contact,
Yeah, like
and there was no like hello or anything
No.
like that, because that
No,
would count
no.
as communication.
Oh, I guess so, but no actual verbal, not even a
Okay.
wave or anything. Like I'm done. I don't want to. It's one of those, Al Pacino, Scarface. Well, no, was it? No, was that Godfather? Once I think I'm out, they pull me back in. I don't want to get pulled back in. Nah, I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then she seemed like she probably has moved on to another baby daddy.
But probably she's probably grifting some guy out there or something. Yeah. if
Hopefully
that's
she's
the term.
aged out of being fertile.
Oh, shoot. I hope so.
Let's hope
because
so. Yeah.
she even told me when we first kind of started getting to know each other, she said, you know what? She said, I think that God blessed me with the good fertility. Right now, if I were to try and if I
This
were
is
to
not
yeah.
bless. No.
It's funny. A lot of people use the word blessing like too loosely. Nah, that's not. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm good, lady.
Hmm.
But yeah, I avoided that toxic. Going back to Kat Herring's comment, you gotta, if you can cut those people off. Unfortunately, some of us don't cut them off fast enough. But yeah, you gotta cut them off as soon as you can, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And then yeah, I think someone said, I don't know if it was family of three said that I guess the savior complex or something like that. I feel like some women do have that. Maybe some guys feel, some guy wronged her. Maybe I'm not going to wrong her. But unfortunately, it's one of those things where even Dr. Drew said, maybe my next relationship, I might, hurt people. So if I got hurt, then I might hurt the next one after that, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. Although I've heard, the abuse, the chain of abuse. So
yeah,
most people that abuse were abused, but most people that were abused don't abuse.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah.
What now? Hold on. What?
The victims of said abusers don't pass on the gift.
But anyone
how does it become a cycle? Doesn't that mean that it ends after?
Some do.
Yeah,
but not most.
Yeah.
Okay.
We see most abusers were abused. Like that's just how you learn it. But most people that were abused don't grow up to continue that.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ones that were abused or something.
Yeah.
Like that,
yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of scary to think about. If you think about that, it's like, that's kind of like caused by being abused, because then it must go back fucking generations, like you think about generations of trauma, that
although sometimes it's
out there in the world.
It's just like a family friend, like one bad apple that swooped in along the way, like
but you would
generation.
But then you're thinking that person was also
that's true,
abused before that. And that people that are abused, most of them don't abuse, but the ones that
it's never not been around,
something like that. Yeah. Like just kind of scary to think about, because it's like not something where like everybody's perfect. And then all of a sudden one kid is born in a family and that kid grows up to be an abuser, even though they were treated perfectly.
Well, I mean,
which I guess I'm sure happens, but
yeah, like why though is my question.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably snaggletooth porn, where some people are into.
Look, I mean, I've watched my fair share of snaggletooth porn, and that has never inspired me to go out and commit any sort of violence against anyone else. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was just joking.
I'm
I'm sure it's
All right,
perfectly
Those-
good.
Danny. Emmy just said he had Paula's wife convinced that you are on the throne right now.
On the toilet.
It's got the IBS tonight, man. Back off. Back off. Come on.
Hey, yeah, you don't know what he ate for dinner.
I just ran out like literally 5 minutes ago, and I said BRB, and that was so quick. Anyway,
Yeah, that
TMI.
didn't need to share that.
No,
at all.
TMI.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
You just say you're gonna
but
get a
anyways.
drink. That's what I would have said. And then
Yeah,
Jaden
that's
would be
what
like,
drink.
he's
That's what it is.
dropping a deuce.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's all right. Well, what an uplifting discussion.
Yeah. Well, look, cut ties with toxic people if you can. How about
Yeah.
that?
Here. I'll drink to that.
Right? Yeah. Cheers. It's it takes courage. Like
Yeah,
as
Bruin backhand, you're out. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
But seriously, who are you? I
All
think
right.
it's.
Should
I think
we
it might
move
be.
on?
It could be Rich. Has Rich ever? It could be
We
Rich
Rich.
haven't-
Skeldon.
We haven't
Yes.
confirmed that yet.
UCLA guy
Yeah.
or something like that.
Could
I
be.
don't know.
He could be.
I don't know.
No, I think he's more likely to be Monkey's uncle.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That we thought that was Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who could find out?
Hmm?
Kat. Kat could find out. She's like a professional Facebook stalker or something
That's
like that.
right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Kat, you have your
Fine.
first assignment.
Yeah.
You can run for my money. But yeah.
Speaking of your money, Jane, you got any news?
News?
Yeah.
My money? Oh, okay. Yes. Let's do some news. All right. So according to Wall Street Journal, and divorce seems to be a trend right now, I guess, because
Divorce is in, yo.
so a high rolling couple, Bill and Melinda Gates, announced last week that their divorce has been in the works for a long time. So we all know they got divorced, and now they're kind of coming out with details. So Miss Gates, Melinda Gates, consulted with divorce lawyers roughly 2 years before she filed for divorce from Mr. Gates, saying their marriage was irretrievably broken. And so the 56-year-old philanthropist has been working with lawyers at
Slanderer.
philanthropist.
Philanthropist in the day, philanderer at night.
That's
What
right.
is that stem again? What is
Philanthrop rapist if you're
Wait.
with Jeffrey Epstein.
Jesus, man.
now? I'm curious. Sorry, I have to interrupt the news for a.
The word, the
Love. It means love.
Love.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, philanderer, like a wandering love.
Yeah, it
I
does.
guess.
yeah.
Love,
All right.
huh? Like
Uh,
consenting adult love, or
Sure,
sex
we'll go with
island.
that.
Sex island love.
philosophy also fits that. So the 56-year-old philanthropist has been working with lawyers at several firms since at least 2019 to unwind the marriage of more than 25 years, which is a weird word.
Unwind.
Unwind.
Yeah.
I like that though.
Publicist talk.
Uncoupling.
What trash. That's such garbage. Yeah.
They make
So
it seem it's
couple-
just like a shit ton
It's like we're gonna hire a
of
consultant.
cables, just like
Yeah.
angled up. Gotta unweave the shit.
Gonna hire a consultant to do PR for our divorce.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's when you know you've made it. You got your own divorce PR.
That is
firm.
true. That is true. Yeah. There's press releases for
Yeah. What's
rich
that?
man, rich man. There's a press release for your divorce.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Who's what does she say on hers? Was
That was
she
conscious uncoupling.
There you
Yeah.
go.
conscious uncoupling? Okay.
If only she
Yeah.
had her vagina steamed before,
Would have avoided
marriage.
everything.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She needs an OnlyFans.
She does have an OnlyFans. They buy all the stuff off her shady
Wait,
website, man.
Gwyneth or
Rob
Melinda?
said that joke as if we had been talking about OnlyFans at all.
I know.
Yeah. He needs an OnlyFans, am I right?
Yeah.
You got OnlyFans. Rob, how much
Yeah.
money have you spent on OnlyFans?
Well, I haven't spent anything on OnlyFans.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
You've only done the
liar.
free.
Never take the stand, Robbie.
Yeah,
Never.
done all the
mean,
teases, and you just never you find. I don't know if they do that. You
teases. I don't know.
and then
Oh.
you want more, you got to pay, but you never pay.
Yeah, they usually try and reel you in. Yeah, I do all my money spending on the Twitch streamers, right, Manny? Any hot ones out there?
I don't donate money to Twitch streamers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey man, I gotta fund my own operation. You think I'm over here giving out money to other people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
All right. So the couple hasn't said what prompted the split. One source of concern, though, is that Miss Gates, why don't they just say Melinda Gates, whatever, was her husband. One source of concern for Melinda was her husband's dealings with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, Rob called it.
Yep. According to the people and a former employee of their charity, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Melinda's concerns about the relationship dated as far back as 2013. Melinda is a global advocate for women and girls and had told her husband she was uncomfortable with Mr. Epstein after the couple met him together in 2013.
That's code for Bill spent some time on the island. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not like you
about his
did. You
relationship,
went to his
Mr.
cocktail parties. You were on
Mr.
the island.
Epstein in September 2019, which, mind you, he died in August, a month before.
Not by killing himself.
That I met him. I did not have any business relationship or friendship with him.
I did not
Hold
have
on,
any
who said that?
sexual relations.
Bill
with
Gates said that?
woman.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know what to believe. It sounds like he did take some flights down to Palm Springs, but he didn't go to like the special islands. Didn't he have islands? I didn't see any.
He had a house in Palm Springs? Epstein?
Oh, sorry. Palm Beach,
Palm
Florida.
Beach. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's about to be like, yeah, you didn't invite me.
So
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, this could be one of like a
I
gazillion
know.
things mentioned in the documents too. So it's just the one that's like, oh, hot topic, Jeffrey Epstein. I have no idea.
Well, I know.
Bill
And
Gates, just deep down, we always known he was like a creepy dude, a creepy nerdy dude.
well, as you know, I don't need a lot of facts to form my opinions. So
Who needs those?
Yeah. So
You're
I'm
going
gonna
all
go on-
off a feeling.
Yeah, I just know. I know the heart. I know the heart of man. No, so she took it upon. She mentioned this, right? She actually decided to drop the Epstein, which she's not a stupid person, so she knows that just uttering the sentence, "I was uncomfortable with his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein." I mean, that's a bomb. That's dropping a bomb right there, right? That's
You think so?
yeah. It's not like because he
But
made
did
bad
they-
movies or something. Like he wasn't, she wasn't comfortable with. I mean, I'm sure he had plenty of friends that would be, dicks at parties or something like that. So it's not like, yeah, I don't know. That's quite a bomb to drop if she didn't want people's minds going in a certain direction there. So, no, am I wrong? No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's something else. Yeah, to bring up Epstein. And if I'll just keep going down this baseless line of thought, that like if he was going to the island, like how does she not know, or did she know he was going there and then she found out it was a sex island?
I think rich people just travel and have business to do,
I know. Yeah. I mean, so that's a weird thing. I don't know. I
Pretty
was
easy to
trying
get away with things.
I mean,
put some
I was
thoughts
reading an
together, but
article. I think
if you're a close couple, like if you have a good marriage and you're right, I mean, like where your spouse is at, right? Like, don't you? I don't know.
It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your
Or do you
spouse is
go?
at?
Do you go like days without talking
just
to your spouse
assume
and not know where
billionaires
they are?
works differently.
Yeah, well, I'm saying then
I think so. They don't.
It shouldn't be a surprise at all. Then it shouldn't be a surprise, because I don't know if that, that's not a lasting marriage when you spend days not talking or not knowing where each other are. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can also extend it out if you have businesses together and you're working together, and maybe it's and you have this, as Adam said, square footage and 2 TiVos. You can kind of
Well,
let it go for a while.
Yeah, on the square footage, like why didn't Bill Gates have his own islands? You know what I mean? He's got more money than Epstein.
Yeah,
he could
with
have
the sex
multiple
robots.
Yeah, multiple sexual islands with synthetic meat and whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
He probably factored in that the upkeep would chew in too much into his savings or
that's
whatever.
true. He's a
his funds.
smart businessman.
Yeah.
It's not profitable.
Exactly. As tempting as my own channel of islands would sound, the upkeep is too much.
Yeah,
No.
good call, man. Could probably think
All I
that
know
through.
is Elon Musk, he's going to be accused of sexual harassment in Mars. So he's probably going to get Mars.
That's the whole reason he wants to go to Mars. He's like,
Exactly.
Epstein did it all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He found a lot of good Martian tail up there.
That is
Actual
offensive.
tail.
That's offensive.
All right, Fry, calm down.
Oh boy, Jane's shaking her head at you.
Yeah.
All right, boy.
She's disappointed in you, Rob.
I think. Sorry, Jane.
Continue, Jane.
All right. Should we go to the next story?
So we don't know. Like, so she didn't. That's it. She just kind of dropped that and didn't really go in anymore. I wonder if more will come out. I wonder if more will come out about that. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next story. So there's been a chicken shortage. People are reporting a chicken shortage. And according to CNN, chickens are in short supply. And part of the blame goes to Tyson's Roosters. So the meat processor, which sells poultry along with beef and pork, said that its chicken volumes have been low in part because the roosters it uses for breeding are not meeting expectations.
Oh boy.
We're changing out a male that, quite frankly, we made a bad decision on, said Donnie King. That's a terrible name.
That sounds like a chicken. That sounds like a guy that's like big in the chicken business.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, what up?
King.
Donnie King, DK for short. People know me around here.
Yeah, he's the chicken king.
The company had an unexpected decline in hatchings earlier this year because of a type of roosters it used. King explained, to increase its chicken supply, Tyson is switching back, a process that takes some time. The company declined to share what will happen to the rejected roosters or how many are being swapped out. There are other reasons for the tight U.S. chicken market. One is that demand for chicken sandwiches is growing. As Americans reveal their appetite for chicken by buying more sandwiches.
Thanks,
more
Chick-fil-A.
chain restaurants
That's really
add
ironic.
their menus and expand their offerings. I don't know why are there suddenly chicken sandwich, like
It's really ironic because
it's just so
apparently
basic.
Yeah, apparently it's ironic because apparently like the roosters are going gay, and it's because of Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A can't get the chickens.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's because the roosters have
Chick-fil-A
been watching too
actually-
much Bravo channel.
HGTV, Chris. come
No,
on.
Chick-fil-A has
yeah.
a shortage of chicken sauce.
It's all synthesized.
Chicken
What do you
sauce.
mean they have
So do the roosters.
So, okay, the
Yeah.
supply chain shortage just got felt. Chick-fil-A is limiting the number of sauces it's giving out to customers because of limited stock. They said Wednesday that industry-wide supply chain issues, which are affecting essentially every aspect of the economy, has resulted in a shortage of select items, including their sauces. So they are only giving customers one dipping sauce cup per item ordered at its 2,600 U.S. restaurants. We're actively working to make adjustments to solve this issue quickly and apologize to our guests for any inconvenience. I mean, if there's just supply chain issues, wouldn't everything be affected? Like, why are we talking about, like, why?
I thought we were talking about so there's a chicken shortage and a
right,
Chick-fil-A
you mentioned
sauce
Chick-fil-A and they were in the
shortage,
news, but I
too.
wanted to clarify that their shortage is chicken sauces.
I just brought up Chick-fil-A because apparently they're against the gays. And then the chickens are like, we'll show you.
We'll turn gay, goddammit.
Yeah.
All
They
right,
brought
so
in a
then I went
bunch
on
of,
rant
it's because they brought in a bunch of Thai
Partners.
chickens, the special breed of Thai chickens that like to dress up like the regular chickens.
They were hanging out with them.
No, the Thai roosters that keep dressing up like chickens.
I just wanted to make sure I had all the information straight so I can sell all my chicken stock if the market goes down.
I've been seeing people online buying chickens for like their own to have eggs.
For the
Eggs, yeah,
for their
yeah.
Yeah,
own
they
house.
just like get
Yeah.
a chicken coop.
I used to have a coworker that had chickens, and she said they taste a lot better.
They do.
Did
Yeah.
they taste like chicken?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they taste like chicken eggs. Yeah. What did I say?
Oh.
I want to get anybody ever have an ostrich egg?
Never got my hands on one, no.
No. Okay.
Maybe one day in the future I will.
Oh, maybe at like a fancy restaurant I had an ostrich egg once. I feel like that sounds familiar.
Well, they're giant.
Dang.
It would have been a giant. Like a quail egg is tiny, but an ostrich egg is giant.
Hmm.
It would be a giant. That would be some hell of a meal.
So
Yeah,
maybe
giant-
not. Maybe it was something else.
Giant plate of
Ostrich egg.
scrambled ostrich egg.
I'll take the omelet option.
The only reason I thought of that is because I was watching a Dirty Jobs with my son, and they were like in kind of like a cut scene. They were back, like Mike Rowe and his film crew were back in their hotel room, and they were at an ostrich farm or something, and they tried to crack an ostrich egg, and it was a mess because it's huge. I'm sure there's a technique for it. Bruin Backhands had a duck egg.
Yeah, I actually bought a dozen of those.
What, duck eggs?
recently. I thought the white part was kind of weird. Like there's some a slightly different consistency to the white of the duck egg that kind of bumped me. And they're really expensive. It was like $14 for a dozen.
Holy shit.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that regularly. So, but I've been eating. I just get regular eggs. I just eat the yolk now. I haven't even cooked them. I just dump them on my little. I make like a burger, and then I air fry it for a while, and at the last like 2 minutes, I put the raw egg yolk in the middle, and I like make a little wall around it so it looks like a bundt cake.
Yeah, build that wall, Jane.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, it's good.
I knew it.
Oh, we were
Headline,
talking about that. Yeah, because Jane is
in
like
favor of egg wall.
Jane is eating like a cave woman now.
Yep.
Yeah.
With
I put on a few
raw
pounds.
raw beef. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I put on a
raw
few pounds this
beef
year,
and
now I
raw
wanna, like,
eggs.
Get rid of it. So this is the quickest way.
And she likes it raw, Jane. Oh, baby.
Oh, Robbie,
Dirty.
you're awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, dirty.
Thank you.
You should be congratulated. I mean, ashamed of yourself.
Well, this was
Okay.
interesting. We got like nice and personal this episode.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love you, Chris.
Yeah.
I love you, Manny.
I'm sad.
You guys
How
are.
to?
I
Why are
had
you
a
sad?
theory. Actually, I don't.
I'm
did
just
I
kidding.
I had a theory. If we go back to the divorce stuff and the Corolla announcement, I think people who came from divorce, whose parents got divorced, were more sad hearing it.
Absolutely.
'Cause don't you think, Robbie, you and I are just kind of like, well,
It's another day.
like Chris and Mo Man, yeah, exactly.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Chris and Mo
maybe.
Man are like, no,
I
take
felt
it
for
back.
Adam. I was sadder just for Adam because I think Adam's hurt. I think he didn't want it. I think that he was probably trying to work on it, but maybe, by the time they started counseling or whatever, there wasn't happening in the first, it was already over. And I can speak, I was on the other side of that by the time I went into marriage counseling. Shit, we saw we saw 3 different counselors.
Hey, how were
think-
the quality of these counselors, by the way?
Well, I think I ended 2 of their careers. So 2 of
All
them
right.
weren't so good. Yeah. And the third one just kind of helped us, I don't even know, say loosely use the word help, kind of, uncouple, unwind or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, the first one was like, I'm going to refer you to someone better. And then the second one at some point, I shouldn't laugh about this, was like, would you guys mind if I shared your situation with my mentor? Tried to get some advice.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. And then I don't know, it shouldn't laugh, but my point is that, like, I think you can't wait. The counseling, whether it's personal therapy or marriage counseling, like you can't wait till you can't wait till it's too late. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can't.
Yeah.
You should probably get into
Well-
that, whether it's personal or couples, like early on, and
Or
not
just
wait until one of them is like it becomes like a counseling to convince someone that, you know, to change their mind, and it's too late at that point. So
Yeah.
because counselors, I think their outlook is like, I can fix this, so they get confused when they realize like they can't fix this.
Well, sometimes the mistake was the marriage in the first place. Like two people are, it's like they shouldn't have picked each other to begin with. So there's no fixing it. So I think there's
I don't know.
more focus on picking the right person.
Definitely. But at the same time, you know, there are a lot of, you know, and I don't really believe in this, wouldn't want to do it, wouldn't want to do it to my kids. Like there are a lot of arranged marriages that work out very, very well because they go into it with a different outlook of, we must make this work. We must, like, you know, so it doesn't, you know, there are essentially I guess my point is that there are basically like randomly picked marriages that work out just fine and probably have a lower divorce rate. So you can work on, and, you know, and at the same time, it's like everybody that gets married thinks they've picked the right person. You know, I mean, I'm sure there are some people that are like, in the end, they'll be like, oh, I knew it. The night before, I should have fucking bailed.
I had that dream. God damn it.
I think, you know, 90% plus of people like believe that they've done all their homework and they've done all their research and before that. So, and then when you have kids, it's kind of a difficult thing to say it was a mistake or anything like that, because that kind of sounds weird.
Yeah.
Kids definitely don't want to hear that. Hear that. So yeah, I'd say it's just kind of in the relationship, maybe get into counseling earlier on.
Or before you even end up in a relationship, just work your shit out.
Yourself. Yeah,
there you
exactly.
go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, knowing yourself better. Yep.
Yeah.
Faux show.
Well, we're hitting that 90-minute mark, so it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, man.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So different here. I like this.
We really appreciate everybody tuning in and listening and interacting. Hopefully we had some fun despite some of the sad stories and whatnot. So
we learned a lot about one another.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we'll keep digging too, because I think that's I don't know, part of the exercise of getting into comedy when I did, because I was like in the, you know, in like the early stage, maybe early to mid stages of divorce when I decided I wanted to do stand up, and my first whole set was kind of probably on the bitter side, you know. My vantage point, but was kind of like the whole point of the comedy and podcast was trying to like be more open and honest, and, you know, sometimes in joking ways, but just kind of to put yourself out there more and to not hide. Or like when, you know, when one of you guys asked me a question, I feel the obligation to answer very honestly and be open. So
I think I was kind of honest today, and I usually keep things to myself.
Yeah.
So right on.
Yeah, it is an exercise in that. So I encourage more of it. So thanks for everybody else. Thanks for family of three. Jeff, thanks for giving us your experiences. And yeah, we need to have you on, man. I know we had you scheduled at one point and something, but and Jeff was with us with the Zoom happy hour last weekend. That was great too. So
yeah. I like getting to know you guys. It's fun.
Yeah, it really is.
And one of these days we're gonna have Emmy on too. So I know that for sure.
Yeah, we need to talk about Emmy and his choice of kielbasa.
Yeah.
I love that story. I love that story. Damn.
I'm trying to get Gabe and Sunny on.
That was when I think was it Gabe or was it Dylan had his blow up? Was like, because the day before was the Emmy kielbasa debacle when Adam said, go to the deli and bring me back kielbasa, and he brought back one cold kielbasa.
That was Emmy. That was Emmy.
And I was like, I thought that was so damn funny, and I was like waiting for Adam to like dig deeper on that the next day, and then that's when I think Dylan had his like messy office blow up, or something.
Yeah.
It was something else
Oh,
like
man.
distracting.
Emmy's explanation, he put the zipper emoji on it. I think his explanation was that in the past, Adam has asked for kielbasa, and Olga has bought it cold for him to eat later, or something like that. So I think he's gonna have to explain. He's gonna have to explain his side. We'll have.
Well, I'm
Emmy
sure.
on.
I'm sure Adam's recounting of that was probably for comedic, maximize the comedic effect. But that killed me. I don't know. That was killing me.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks
we
for
can hang out a little on YouTube, but let's
yeah, we're gonna wrap up the show and then get into our after show. So hang in there. But for those for the podcast, we're gonna wrap it up. This is Chris saying, "Get it on."
This is Jane. Get it on.
This is Rob. Get it on.
Let's get it on, everybody.
All right, good times, guys.
There
Good
we
times.
go.
All right.
Oh yeah. As far as
Get
the
back
next
into the gay chicken talk.
As far as the next topic idea goes, I have a few stories for that. So
Toxic friends.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah, so do I.
it'll be a good time.
I have an
Us.
email. I have like an 11
toxic friends. Oh, I had a couple.
email I have from someone who reached out to a toxic friend that reached out to me like how many years? It was 9 years later. Anyway,
Shit.
I don't know if I've ever had any toxic friends. I don't know about that.
maybe you
I'll be
were the
back.
toxic friend.
It's possible. I don't know.
I got tired there at the end. Like I was like, whoa, my stomach feels weird.
Your stomach
Maybe it was
feels
the
weird.
awkward. Maybe the divorce talk is like affecting me more than I realize. Like my gut.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just a theory. Or maybe this light in front of me is way too bright.
Maybe you had a bad duck egg.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on my duck eggs. Also, I just gave up on the whites. And I
What
was
size
like,
were they? Were they the same size as chicken egg?
Yeah. Yeah.
That show Rotten. I keep talk about this Netflix doc too many times. Rotten had an episode about chicken farming. Was it Rotten? I think it was the Rotten episode. Yeah, because it was just kind of talking about the chicken business and how it works and like what a chicken farmer is and how like something about how like Tyson Chicken. So Tyson Chicken, they handle like the eggs and the incubation and then the chicks. And then they drop all the chicks off in massive quantities to the chicken growers, right? So there's not chicken farmers or chicken growers. And then the chicken growers are basically lent these chicks. They don't own the chicks. Their responsibility is feeding. So they get paid when the chickens get big and are then sold back to, or then brought and then picked up. So it's kind of a weird thing, the chicken industry. Anyway, I'm maybe the only person that thinks that's interesting, but yeah, the chicken growers never actually own the chicks. They're given the chicks, and their job, they get paid to keep the chicks alive and grow them like as fast as possible. So their job is like feed these chickens and get them to like killing size, eating size within like 7 weeks or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of interesting that they're really not people that own and raise the chickens. Like the chickens are always owned by Tyson, something like
I
that.
see. So yeah, that's why they're.
It probably has something to do with the breeding and like, the DNA of these chickens or something. And I don't know.
Yeah, chickens. It's not as healthy as red meat though. That's why I don't really dabble in it.
Don't dabble in chicken.
I mean, if it's it's in front of me, I'll eat it, but I don't.
There's
go
really
out of my way.
not any flavor. I used to do, this is really good stuff, but I used to do, I think chicken thighs are better they have more flavor because there's fat in there. And I used to like season them, marinate them, and then just put them on the grill because you can kind of because there's so much fat in the chicken thighs, you can kind of grill them to where they're crispy. So they're definitely done, but they're crispy, but they still have kind of some fat, so they're still juicy. I don't know, where like a chicken breast is like a complete waste of time.
Yeah, I prefer dark meat at this point. I used to like white meat.
Yeah,
only.
chicken
what?
thighs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But now I'm
That's
into
racist,
dark.
Jane.
Yeah, Jane was just talking about her.
Love of white meat.
No, like chicken thigh, like chicken breasts, they don't really have flavor, right?
I
You have
mean-
to do something to them.
Yeah, you have to season it, put in some
Yeah.
yummy, terrible for you sauce.
And if you grill them, you know, it's kind of a challenge to keep them moist. What do you got there, Manny?
Just spritz some tuna salad.
Ooh.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. I haven't eaten dinner.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Really,
fucking
I ate before
hungry.
this, and I'm like 2 hours before you guys.
I ate a little bit.
Early.
All right.
AM, just want to pop in and let y'all know I hate you for always doing this while I'm at work, which is every day. So I can't.
I get
Ah,
this, Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh, it's McG. Okay.
Gee, what's up,
Yeah.
man?
What up,
I didn't
Drew?
think about that for a second.
Miss you, man.
Yeah, we love you.
Thanks
We
for
don't hate
popping
you.
in.
We love you, McG.
Thanks for showing
And your-
support.
And your beard. We love your beard.
All right.
Please.
who-
Epic fucking beard.
He had me going
Yeah.
earlier.
Bruin back.
About what?
It
Well,
Bruin is
Robbie showed a picture.
sounds like Catherine knows who Bruin Backhand is.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the cat? Tell us.
Yeah, give us a hint, Cat.
Yeah. Give us like
Is it Craig?
male or female. Do we know that?
I think Bruin Backhand's male.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's my guess.
Okay, well, that's only because we're seeing like sports
No, if anything,
or like backhanding, you know, like typically it's a man that backhands somebody, you know.
I don't know.
There we go.
I've
I
come
don't know what that
across-
was about.
Do you remember, Robbie, when
No.
you did that and then you stopped and I was like, Robbie, can you do that again? And then I snipped the picture.
I don't remember that. Was I making fun of like I don't know, the blue-eyed devil? Hey, look, I'm a
Don't
white guy.
remember.
No, I don't know.
I was just focused on getting that shot.
Maybe I was sleepy. I'm like probably
Oh, you
I'm
brought
sorry.
your coworker into the scene too.
yeah. I do remember that.
Well, your
Dude.
coworker wanted to know what you were up to, or
Yeah, I was like, hey, hey, check out the group. Hey,
What's her
I'm on the
story?
internet. Come on over here, man. Get over here.
what's her? Are we live? I think we're live. Just I'm a coworker. just a
Rob is a
coworker.
terrible liar.
No, just co-working.
Yeah, you said that
Yeah.
3 times already. Yeah. Like, yeah. Just coworker. Yeah.
Yeah, co-working and cohabitating in a co-working space.
Doing the damn thing, you know.
Yeah. But yeah. It's,
Does she have kids, Rob?
No. No kids. But
Was she Asian? Do I remember that right?
yeah.
How would your parents
Yeah.
feel about that?
Hey, show me a photo of her.
Oh, yeah, that's
okay.
right, amazing.
Yeah. All right.
I must
I
check
don't
her.
think Manny, I don't think she does cosplay.
I don't care. They don't have to.
She
Yeah.
doesn't. If she is Asian, she doesn't have to.
Oh, I thought it was like
Don't
part
you
of the culture.
understand what's happening here?
Yeah.
No, man. Cosplay is a relatively new phenomenon. Well, no, not relatively new. Never mind.
Please don't cancel me, internet, for saying
Didn't
that.
Adam
It's-
have that caller that was into cosplay? I think it was Adam and Drew.
Yeah, and then she also
And then
called into
Jitsu.
ACS.
Not one, but two.
Bernice or
Oh,
Bernie. Yeah, I
Bernie,
want to meet. I want
yeah.
to meet her. I want to see what's up with her. I want to actually know like what type of costume she's.
Manny, I knew a
what,
hot
what?
Asian Bernie. Her name was Bernadette. Ooh,
Bernadette.
Yeah,
That's not a hot name.
I know. She was Filipino. Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
It's interesting how like the like Asian families and the parents move here and they pick American names. for their
Dude,
kids.
I'm-
Like there's certain names that sound really good to them.
Yeah.
I knew a Chinese broad named Mabel. Come on, it doesn't get more Americana than that.
So like my
That's
high school had a
quaint
ton of
though. That's good.
Tiffany's.
Yeah.
We had like a ton of Asian Tiffany's.
Tiffany. Yeah.
We had 3 Tiffany
Fa-
Wangs in my high school.
Okay. Family of 3. If he's still on,
Three
gotta let
Tiffany
us know.
Wangs. That makes me. That shouldn't laugh. It's just funny. I don't even know why that makes me laugh. But yeah, 3 Tiffany Wangs.
Yeah, and there were 2 in my class, and like one was skinny and one was fat, and that's how we would differentiate. It was kind of
Oh wow.
that one.
So you'd be like medium
Like-
Tiffany. No wonder there was a spage
It
group.
was like the easiest.
Right?
What?
I know, right?
No.
They probably one of them. I wonder which of the Tiffany Wangs, the small, medium, or large one, started spage.
Oh no. This was the other- this was after hurricane.
Whoa.
2 wait,
Yeah.
who else?
Jane just turned into a robot.
Yeah.
Cyber drunk.
Come on.
Cyber Jane.
That was weird.
My back.
Yeah. Yeah. It just
don't know
kind of
why
was
that
weird
is.
for like 6 seconds there.
Yeah, I got the little warning. I'm on my Ethernet too. So I don't think it's my Just got my
RAM.
internet.
RAM.
Hey, B Frank. What's up, B Frank? He's online right now.
Oh.
What up, B?
What up?
Hi,
B?
guy. He said, hi, guy.
Remix.
The
Yeah.
Tiffany Wangs. That's funny. That's a funny story. Just saying there's 3 Tiffany Wangs is funny.
3 Wangs in one. 3 Wangs, one class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
I work with so in my work we have a 5-letter username that we use for most of our stuff, and it's all of us are like on my team are all MS, and then it's your first initial, the second letter of your first name, and then your last initial. So there's a girl on my team, her name is Jiowen Jang, so she's MSJIZ, Miss Jizz.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's better than the 3 Tiffany Wangs. Oh,
Yeah.
that's delightful.
I laughed.
What is she
She
think
doesn't,
of?
I don't know if she's like Chinese. She doesn't. I don't think
Miss
she-
Jizz, stay forward.
Is she a single gal?
Has anybody ever
know.
commented on it, or is this just
No, we're
you guys
so
allow that to
polite.
happen?
You know,
just
this is
allow
like a
that?
Midwest company, and we're super polite.
Oh man, that would have to get covered in minute 1 if I was in this group.
Yeah,
You don't have any like side chats with coworkers, like, hey, what's up with what's up with this hoe?
no, I'm telling you, it is so reserved and like not
They
not a
just
lot
pre-
of joking unless
they just
it's
pretend
very
like
normal.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
upsetting that then these and you're included. You're just gonna pretend like her name's not Miss Jizz. You just can pretend that. It's disappointing.
She's just is so innocent and sweet. Like I
Yeah, there
don't
should-
even know if it ever crossed her mind. Like English is her second language. So-
Hmm. You sure? Where's she from?
China.
Oh, okay, that's right. You do know.
Yeah,
it's
she's on a
China.
visa.
Okay. I feel like it's wrong not to let her know. You know what I mean? Like, what if she
It's
does? She's
been
like, I'm
years
gonna
and
make
she's
that my
had us for,
Twitter
like-
handle.
It's been
Like,
like
that's
8
not.
years. I think it's too late. You don't want to. It's annoying to change stuff.
Oh, what if she already does know and she just doesn't give a fuck?
Yeah.
Tell her to.
She might be laughing at the rest of you, white.
Yeah.
You repressed whiteys.
Yeah, she's like, I'm fine with my
Actually,
sexuality. She's like, I love jizz.
Hey,
don't know
dude,
about y'all.
China knows they are smart. Dude, they know what's up. I told you they. You know,
What if
to go
this-
off on a little tangent here, they taught Miss Jizz.
What if this girl? Yeah. What if this girl was like, I'm gonna use this my work thing. I'll just use it as my Twitter handle.
Mhm.
All she's getting is abused, and she can't even get on Twitter and enjoy that platform without being abused and getting like DMs. Just like maybe she thinks it's normal in America for all women to get horrible DMs on
Yeah.
all social media.
Manny's
Like,
over there DMing her like.
I know.
so
Manny
Miss
just looked it
Jizz."
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Jizz.
Drop my goddamn smoking utensil.
You're
Or
not.
what
gonna
if she
figure-
was? What if she was born in 1969 too? That would be even worse.
Oh,
You know, because
Yeah.
there probably already is a Miss Jizz on all the platforms, so she'd have to go with like, I don't know. That's
Yeah, good porn
I
name.
think we've milked Miss Jizz for all she's worth.
Yeah.
It was unintended.
Did I ever bring up on the pod here about the
Fuck,
Chinese
dude, it
and the-
stinks in here.
and thanks, Manny.
Yeah, no
That
problem.
affects us so much.
He is on the toilet. Somebody called it.
No, man, I dropped my fucking bong. Well, the little bubbler, now there's bong water stench all over the goddamn place.
Oh, the classic Corolla this past weekend. Adam was talking to Adam Scott from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Adam's old apartment and how they had this massive bong and it would spill all the time, and how yeah, that's a smell that you can't get rid of easily.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what's terrible is hockey equipment. You ever lived in a dorm room with someone who played hockey?
No, I was
No.
too goddamn poor. Stop reminding me, Jane.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What did it smell like?
There was a guy on my freshman hall who played hockey, and he would have to put it in the back staircase, like that no one used, because it was so rank. It was awful.
Is
If
it
you happen-
anything comparable that you could relate it to?
Oh, just body odor. I don't know why. Like, I don't understand why it was so bad. I don't think it was him. I think from what I hear, all hockey equipment is that terrible.
Yeah, you can never wash it. Yeah. You can't ever wash it because you're also like you're sweating in it, but you're also in a kind of a cold environment. That's yeah.
So that would not miss that.
Jane's going around smelling dude jock straps
Right.
in the dorm.
Those can be washed though, right?
I think
That part is going to be easy to be washed, but some guys probably don't do it out of principle.
Robbie, are you frozen, or is just you're making that face and not changing it? You're like Cartman in their COVID special.
it's let's see. What's his name?
I just checked Twitter to see if there was a Miss Jizz 69. There's not.
That's Emmy.
Oh, Emmy. That's great.
I didn't see it. What was that?
Emmy put him up to it.
He said, "Pretend to be frozen. See how long they notice." Hey, Chris, did you ever see? The Warriors player. He got frozen one time. He's in a conference. After the game, the conference thing with the reporters, and he's like, and then the guy next to him, he's talking. He's like, "Have you guys?" And he's like just zoned out. Have you guys heard? Okay, I'm gonna get a little.
Isn't that a thing so this happened during what, the COVID era with Zoom and all that crap?
No, this is live. I'm gonna get a little quanta on you guys. Have you guys heard of MK Ultra? Have you guys heard of that?
Yes, this is. Yeah, isn't that some kind of like, I don't know if it's a real thing or government something.
Yeah. It's apparently the government. It's some sort of hypnotic thing that they've done to some people in the past. So I don't know if it's going towards a whole QAnon thing, but and Illuminati and stuff like that. But they've said that there are some celebrity people that even government officials, kind of like the Manchurian Candidate.
Yep.
They've gotten like kind of programmed, and then sometimes these celebrities or these people get kind of all of a sudden kind of deprogrammed. And Draymond Green, he's the one. There's a clip on YouTube where he kind of is like, and then the guy next to him, he's just talking. He's talking. It's just Draymond's like frozen. It's just super weird. Or like, remember when
MK Ultra is the code name given to a program of experiments on human subjects that were designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, some of which were illegal, some of which. Experiments on humans were intended to develop procedures and identify drugs such as LSD to be used in interrogations in order to weaken. Yeah, the Hoteps talk about that sometimes, kind of in jest about. They'll just say Treadstone because Treadstone's from Born Identity. That's the program, and essentially this, but in Born Identity they call it Treadstone. The program where they're like reprogramming people to be killers or super
Mind control.
soldiers. Yeah, and then, but normal people, but then say a code word, or isn't that what happened to
Manchurian Candidate type people or what?
yeah,
Winter Soldier.
yeah, Winter Soldier Bucky.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And I don't know. I believe in that sort of thing. I just posted it on the chat on YouTube in case anybody wants to kind of watch it. But yeah, and remember Wendy Williams when she was wearing like Halloween, the Statue of Liberty thing, and she got like and supposedly she was the costume she was wearing was super hot or whatever, and then she like kind of had like a little stroke during the. Do you remember that? She had like a little stroke during her episode one time.
Vaguely recall.
But she's just a nut job. She doesn't need Treadstone.
Oh, she does not. No. So, yeah.
Oh, you posted in the chat. Okay.
In the chat, yeah.
Rob's a Manchurian Candidate. What did I miss? How do we get onto this?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, you just posted train. You didn't. I thought you were gonna post a link. You just posted.
I did.
Do you just?
Okay.
Oh, in this chat. Okay.
Oh,
both,
this chat.
both.
Okay.
Both chats. The YouTube chat and our we have a little Facebook Messenger with the group guys. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's
that
just weird.
chat. Okay.
Yeah. I did it on both. It's weird.
Yeah, they talk about that. Like I don't know that
Black
weird things happen, and then weird things happen. Like some guy freaks out and runs over a Capitol police officer, and it's in the news for like 5 minutes, and then it's just vanishes from the news, and no one ever followed. There's nothing ever talked about again, and really bizarre behavior that I don't know. Yeah.
Emmy says, about Wendy Williams. She remembered Adam's outfit and she passed out. Remember that when she complained about his outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a head case. Oh, that's a great picture. Quana posted in the Endless Randers group.
Yeah, we gotta
enjoying.
We should probably post that on our Instagram or something.
The green
Jane,
White
get on
Claw, whatever the green flavor White Claw
I still
is.
need to learn Instagram. I haven't found like a good, like there's one app that does like pictures, and then there's a different, but you can't really do audio with it. And there's another app that does audio, but it's like another $5 a month. And I'm like, there's got to be an easy way to just do straight up audio only.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, I was about to ask you about that. What happened? Because I checked the email and it's like, you do your space, blah blah blah, whatever your storage.
Wait, the storage for
on Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep getting notices about that too, and I haven't looked into it because it seems to not affect us.
It probably just deletes the oldest files.
Okay.
It's just like the files that are stored. So once we save it to,
honestly, we
Google
shouldn't
Drive
even
or something.
We shouldn't even save the video files. I mean, they're already uploaded on YouTube. Just keep
once they're up on YouTube,
keep the
Yeah,
audio.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
So I got to try harder and get I really haven't really tried hard enough to get Tyler Fisher on, but I think he was just on another podcast recently that was, I got to get him on. I'm gonna beat Adam Carolla to the punch on this one.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm telling you, Tyler Fisher's a funny dude. I'm gonna bug him. We'll
Where
get
does
him
he
on.
live? He's
He's a New York guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does a few impressions. Bill Burr, Fauci. He does Fauci. He does a few other people.
I got an email about going to see Bill Burr in Silver Lake. Bill Burr and Daryl Hammond. Silver Lake. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'd like to go see more comedy here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I just don't
I
want to
love
wear
Bill
a
Burr.
mask.
Yeah.
Not.
Do you like Bill Burr, Chris?
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I really
His-
like him too. I like his stand up, but I find his pod the solo pod just doesn't do it for me. AJ Benz is the only solo podcaster I can listen to.
Yeah.
Bill Burr's solo is it's not as good as like his stand up. I love when he goes on talk shows. Like some of the funniest parts when he goes on with like Conan.
Yeah.
But his podcast is fascinating because it's just him. And it's just like pure, 110% Bill Burr, just like talking to himself essentially.
Yeah. He's like in a hotel room usually, right? I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
But one of the things that I be fascinated. I'm not sure. I think is it Haley and Mike August, the ones that get guests on the show. I'd like to
Oh, I don't
know.
know. Is Haley?
I'm not sure if Haley does that. I know she does social media.
I thought it was
From
just August.
Okay, maybe August. Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
so many people out there, including YouTube's so popular right now. There's so many, I don't know, good YouTubers out there. And I'm not talking about Paul Logan and the Logan brothers or whatever they are. The other people that are more interesting, more educated. Less. I don't know.
What's the dude? The
Wait,
Rippa?
isn't it Logan Paul?
Young Rippa? Do you
Oh
watch
yeah, yeah. There's young Rippa. Yeah, he's good.
Hold on. Is it Paul Logan or Logan Paul?
Logan Paul.
Logan. Okay. Because then there's another. Who's his brother?
I think Jake.
Jake. Okay.
Isn't there an Aaron Paul too?
That's the
that the
guy
guy-
from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chris. So the guy's name is Young Rippa 59. Is that Young Rippa 59? No. Yeah, Young Rippa. He's got a lot of followers and stuff like that. Yeah, he's got almost 400,000 followers, and he's he seems like he's got his head on straight and everything.
There's a big demand. I think there's a grift out there. I don't think they're genuine, but like of African American folks, dudes that are conservative. You know what I mean? There's a lot of demand. White people like watching that.
Yeah.
White people like watching Candace Owens and like listening to shit. What's the guy's name that came on? He does the like proper talk radio.
Oh shit.
I'm drawing a
don't-
blank, but who has done a movie like he did like a documentary called like I'm Not Your N-Word or something like that. I forget what his name is, but yeah.
Oh,
Not a
shit.
demand for white suburban folks that are into
Yeah.
black people that are conservative. So
Well, what's funny is
it's a weird
even-
phenomena. I'd have to think
Yeah.
about that more.
I think even with some conservatives, Candace Owens, she's kind of polarizing, even within the right conservatives. Is she? I don't know.
I think that if I had I like Candace Owens. I don't think she's wrong about anything. I think as Scott Adams, I'm always bringing this up. I was talking to a coworker that had discovered Candace Owens recently and loves her, about how like Scott Adams, the Dilbert guy.
Oh, yeah.
He always
Yeah.
talks about persuasion. Like
He's the one that talked a lot about Trump, right? He would repeat words and phrases, repeat,
Yeah.
kind of get us.
yeah, he
hypnotized.
analyzes things
Yeah,
like that.
Get into their head.
Yeah. But he talks a lot about the persuasion game. Like you can be right, but like, are you persuading anybody?
Mhm.
Yeah, like I feel like Adam is always right, but he doesn't persuade anyone.
yeah, we just talked about that Sunday with Coop and Russ with that show. We were
Yeah.
that he's right, but yeah, his style sometimes is not persuading. It's just, you can, yeah. So I think Candace Owens, yeah, she's just kind of like in your face a lot and not necessarily wrong in my opinion, but isn't persuading anyone,
I think she's. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's some that are like, wow, I didn't realize that, for like a young black woman, I didn't realize anybody that looked like me thought that or talked like that. And
You know
maybe
who's
maybe it kind of gets someone to thinking, but I don't know. I feel like
what's the what's the guy? I forget his name. He's the Change My Mind guy that goes to the
Steven Crowder.
Yeah, Steven Crowder. Yeah. He's all right, but also he just loves to push buttons as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes he'll just push just to push, I think.
Yeah. His
I don't know.
followers love it, think it's hilarious. The
Yeah.
people that are already, on the other side, he'll never convince them.
Yeah.
And he really just makes them more crazy. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to be making these people even more crazy.
No.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But he was funnier early.
Yeah.
Now he's kind of gone hard,
Mm-hmm.
toward like the, just trying to trigger people all the time.
Yeah.
He did like a George didn't he do like the George Floyd? Like he did some kind of fucked up reenactment.
Oh, I want to say yes. See, that's the thing. It's like, dude, if you want to convince, kind of like talking about convincing, there's certain things that are not going to work if you're trying to convince, someone.
Yeah.
on your point of view and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about because Matt Walsh does that. Like Matt Walsh is really good. He's funny. I agree with pretty much what he says. But yeah, he's always just like hammering away on Twitter at his opponents, I guess you would say, just hammering away. And but I think there's something to that. That you're really not trying to. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So.
Oh yeah.
Jane went silent on us, everybody.
Yeah.
She turned
Yeah.
into a photo.
Yeah. That's that photo. I like that photo. That's an awesome photo. Just the way. Yeah.
Everyone's
They came
consensus about that photo is they love it.
She
It's
just
a
took it
hit.
away.
Yeah.
It's a glamour shot.
There she is.
Yeah,
It is a
was
glamour shot.
Professional shot I got when I became a bar method instructor. Once I got
Cool.
certified, we all got to go get professional shots done. So
Yeah.
it's nice to have that.
Cool. Give me about I don't know, 15 pounds to go, and I'll take a glamour shot.
You can do it.
I know.
Yeah, I
Keto,
could.
carnivore. It falls off if you stick with it.
Yeah, I
Or
ate
just-
potatoes today.
How many potatoes?
Fries, potatoes.
Those are mutated potatoes, man. They don't count.
Okay. I know. We can do it for sure. It's like you gotta. I've done it before. I really have. It's you can tell from the face, like when people are losing weight, you can tell it's happened. It feels good. It feels good. It's just you gotta put your effort and stuff. So
Yeah.
That's one topic that could go away from ACS so often. Like, I don't know. I think it was today's episode. Gina volunteered her weight loss or something.
oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
talk about all these diets and this.
I don't
and
know.
that
I
and
was
this
like, good
app and
for
all that.
her.
Oh, good for her. Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
I
Good
don't
for
remember.
Good for Andy.
I know, right? Just don't lose the north of the border, if you know what I'm saying. But
I don't think
mean,
she could
okay, good.
without intervention.
Yeah, there was a recent picture of them in the studio. I forget, like with a recent guest, and damn, gee, Lord. Yeah.
It sounds like you want to be smothered there, Chris.
No, not at all. It's like it was just whatever the angle was. It's like, yeah, I was taken aback.
Yeah. There's a few pictures where I'm taken aback.
Hey, I gotta pose this to you all because they were talking about it on the recent episode with what was it? Yeah, it was what's his face, Dunnigan. What's worse, pancake butt or crepe tits? In my opinion, I prefer crepe tits over pancake butt.
What
Okay.
are crepe tits?
Oh, the crepes like pancakes, crepes.
No,
Oh, just like nothing, like small tits versus.
Yeah, right, Manny.
I was thinking like
African tribe.
no, those are no. I don't think those fall into crepe tits. Those are something completely different.
okay, so it's basically small chest or no butt.
Well, I don't think it's just like a small chest. I think it also like they also sit weird. They kind of like point outward at a
Oh.
weird angle.
I like to grab on the butt. I like to grab on that. Like.
I feel like pancake butts are a sign of unhealthy, like you're not in shape. Like there's
What's
no,
a pancake butt? I'm not sure I understand
just
that
super
what these shapes,
flat.
like why these shapes are. Okay.
And like you can do something about that, but you can't do anything about your tits.
I mean, you
just-
could augment them.
Yeah.
In crepe tits, that would just be no tits, right? Because crepes are like super thin.
Well, yeah.
But crepes are also like
What about the ones that sag
fairly
a lot?
large. Like they're fairly large. Like
Yeah.
I'm not sure I approve of these food-based tit and ask. I never heard them before.
We like the
I've never heard these references before.
bakery body parts. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I might have to head out, but I might join you guys if you guys still on YouTube. Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Everybody who's on.
Yes,
ER
sir,
guys.
Robbie. Love you
Hi,
too, buddy.
Robbie.
Cool.
See you,
All right,
Rob.
bye, guys. Have a good night.
Watch out for
Peace
those crepe tits.
All right.
Those wild
I
marauding
never
crepe
heard these
tits.
terms before.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean,
Yeah.
pancake butt, I can kind of wrap my head around.
I love crepes. I love pancakes. So this is
Oh, I
confusing.
thought you were gonna say you love crepe and you like tits, but
Love creping.
Yeah.
That's a new one too. I don't.
I just, but like, it's things that are just straight up genetic, like your chest. It's kind of like, all right, what can you do about that?
right.
Unless you do go get surgery, but like your booty, it's a little more, you have a little more control over that.
Yeah, you can get butt implants too. That's a
Well,
thing.
it's not the direction I was.
That's a thing.
I was.
I mean, yeah, there's
suggesting.
always that out.
Like Kim Kardashian. Those are not real.
Don't get that. Just go to Bar Method and get some freaking muscle toning in your booty. That's what I did. I'm a skinny girl. I can still have a butt.
Interesting.
I'm telling you. It's
So
not
Bar Method.
I'm into low what do you call it? Invasive. I don't like super invasive.
Do dudes do Bar Method?
Yeah, there's some.
Hmm.
Didn't know that.
That's great for flexibility and your core, and it kind of gives, especially if they're runners or something, they do another kind of cardio sport. It gives them a good foundation for it.
I need to do yoga again.
My dad was into yoga. A lot of guys are into yoga. I went on a date to do hot yoga once many years ago with a firefighter, and he had like a full Lululemon outfit for it. I was like,
Was it a bit much for you?
whoa, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
So wait, would you rather they just show up in like a shirt and basketball shorts then, or what?
Sweats for yoga because you're but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I've done yoga and I've done it for extended periods of time, it's so satisfying. But I don't know. Sometimes it just
I catch a mild buzz when I do it. It's weird.
Oh,
yeah,
see,
it's like it's
natural,
boring. It's too
high.
boring. It's too boring. I want to listen to
what's boring about it. I think that's the beauty of it. It's just kind of
I know, but it's like I don't want to spend that much time with myself. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
Emmy says Adam does hot yoga. All right, tell us more, Emmy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Just by himself.
and B Frank does beer yoga.
That's right.
Oh, and then he's gonna leave.
Online beer yoga with B Frank and his
beer yoga. What the fuck?
Yeah, so you like you have a beer with you and you like balance the beer in your positions. It's like part of the challenge.
Oh, you're not like putting down a six pack during the session. What?
I'm gonna start something called bong yoga.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, he's like, okay, bye, peace.
Of course.
No, don't leave us.
He's got to find places to he's got to find places to find some some fresh young talent.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be a great pickup place. So I got a foam roller.
Nice.
So I've been trying to like be in the habit of doing that every day because
I'm surprised you haven't already.
I haven't what?
I'm surprised you barely got one.
Oh no, I've had it for a while. I've just been
okay.
I just say I've had it. I've started really using it. Like while I'm just like watching YouTube videos or
whenever I see those in the store, I'm like, I really wish I invented that because it's got to be like 80 cents of fucking material. And it's like ridiculous $39.99 because it's purple or pink or something.
Right.
Damn. Always, yeah. But anyway. But what do you do? You roll on it like that stretches. There's like some techniques.
Yeah, you isolate each part of your body and start. I also have like one of those little like one of these little balls that you like use on your neck
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
Your chest, like it's good for like your pecs.
Or
So this
yes,
is good for
yes,
some
yes,
parts,
yeah.
and then for like the big muscles, you use like your quads and your calves, and then your neck, like the back of your neck, you can just like put the foam roller in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a YouTube video I follow, and she kind of directs me towards all of it. I don't know, we're probably boring our listeners, but yeah, because some of the position to get your, like, she tells you how to like get into your like inner thigh and then your hamstrings, because it's a little tricky to hit those places. And she's like this sweet like British woman, so it's like very pleasant to listen to.
Right on.
So that's what I do. My glutes. This is good for glutes. It's like you like air them out, and you're just like, oh my god, it's so painful, but it's like you get a rush. It is weird, like you kind of get a rush from it. Friggin' hot chicken sandwiches everywhere.
What the fuck?
Is he trying to get us to change the story with
No, this is interesting though, because I'm fascinated by telling him now there's like every week there's like an announcement of like either a new or an expanding chicken strip or chicken sandwich chain
Check.
in Texas,
So
like every
weird.
week. Yeah.
What is up with that? Just eat meat, people. It's got more nutrients. Chicken's JV.
I think in this area, I thought in this area it comes down to kids, right? Like in this North Texas suburban area where it's like 2.5 kids in every garage or whatever the saying goes. Like everybody's got kids, and it's like it's a winner, right? Like it's just a winner. Like kids don't really, my kids like steak.
It's also cheaper.
But it's a little bit harder to cook a steak properly for a kid that they're going to like, and it's more expensive. So
right.
Chicken strips are just a winner, like for any kid, like before games, after games, with friends, without like yeah.
During a game, why not?
So shitloads of chicken strips being sold around here.
Are they really chicken though? Is my question.
And my son asked me, he's like, are McDonald's chicken nuggets, what is it, like pink something? Pink. Wasn't there something about chicken nuggets?
It's just pink gelatin.
Yeah, like some kind of pink. I don't know. Yeah, I forget what he asked me. And
I want some of that pink stuff.
I said, probably not. Drew says it's micro. I don't get the whole microplastics and all that. Like, just because we're drinking out of plastic bottles and eating out of plastic bowls and all that, like, are we really ingesting that much plastic?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Like, so when you drink water out of a water bottle, is the plastic? I mean, is it known that like the plastic is dissolving in the water and we're just drinking all the water? I don't understand. Yeah, pink slime. Yeah,
It
like
seeps in. I mean,
it seeps
whatever
in.
is able to seep in is kind of getting into us. I mean, I'm guilty of the plastic bottle thing. I like my electrolytes.
That sounds like one of those things though, where it's like, oh, it seeps in. Like it's almost like when Dr. Drew also would say about toxins. Like people would just say, oh, it's toxins, and like,
well, he hates
say,
the word
what,
toxins.
Yeah, he would say
Yeah.
what toxins, and it was just BS. So when people say it just seeps in, like I'm okay with like you eat a lot of plastic bowls, and if you look at a plastic bowl in your kitchen cupboard, you'll probably see like cuts in it from forks, like when you scraped it with a fork. Like, so maybe like little bits of plastic are ingested that way, but does it dissolve? Is it like seeping into your food from a plastic bowl? I don't know about that.
Certain food, or I mean certain plastics, certain foods, yeah, they will seep in.
Seep in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or leach off, whatever we want to call it.
Oh, leach.
Yeah.
That's
It's another buzzword that you hear a lot of these days.
I remember my ex-wife and I went to the State Fair of Texas and sat down at one of these expos, and the guy was cooking and he was trying to sell like stainless steel pans, like, and talking about how like when you cook with Teflon, like all the Teflon pans and stuff, like people scrape that. And then you can look at a Teflon pan, you're like, oh yeah, there's lines of stuff cut out of that. It was probably in my scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then okay, so if it seeps in, and then is it being like taken in your body, or is it just passing through? Because
I don't know
about this whole
It's being
plastic.
taken
Drew said
in.
there's enough scientists out there that said it's affecting fertility and penis size and
Well,
Causing.
Drew's lost a lot of credibility in the last year or so.
You're just a Drew hater.
No, I'm starting to
you're
like Drew,
indecisive.
but
You're kind of back and forth on him.
yeah, I like Drew a lot. I just, like there's something where he likes to try to be on the vanguard of things, and it's like you're not really a research scientist, and those are the guys that are usually out in front, like doing, large scale tests on things, not just reading about other people, other articles, like, just reading shit that you'd see in USA Today. But yeah, so like the Teflon, I feel like there's enough things in our society, right? Like there's enough things just in our culture that would make sperm counts go down. You know what I mean? Where like back when we were cavemen and women on the Serengeti, or what is it? What did Cooper Runs call it? Savannah, the Savannah brain. Like you're like your sperm had to be strong, your sperm had to be, agile, like no jujitsu, like Manny in the uterus, because like the cave woman was being, essentially like, raped, base or whatever you want to call it, by multiple, right? And like this kind of goes back. I remember seeing a doc where something about a male lion, the first part of his ejaculate is actually like a spermicide or something. I don't know. Someone could fact check me on that, but I remember seeing that. So I feel like there's enough like things happening in our culture, and that men are not really competing for women or competing for procreation or whatever, like there used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Something's
men don't
off.
feel, men don't feel the need, like less and less men I'm sure, like hunt, like go on a hunt for animals, right? You don't really,
Right.
so I feel like the whole,
We don't
the
need a hunter
plastics
anymore because we
Yeah.
have grocery stores.
Yeah, the whole plastic thing could very well be true. I'm not doubting it, but I also feel like there are enough things that are just like right there in our faces about our culture, and how I bet you like in Africa, their sperm counts aren't going down,
No, man.
where they actually hunt and stuff, and like have lion attacks and shit in their village. I wonder.
They're still closely tied to the land.
Yeah. And there is a need for like virility. Know what I'm saying?
If you're trying to make it out in that environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought when that came up on ACS and Drew commented on it. That's where I kind of thought that was going to go. And then he was just like, plastics, man.
It's like he's what is it, a bit of on a rant, or not on a rant, but a manic rant. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Manic induced.
It could be. I mean, it could very well be both. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I would think that was it. Like, there's just not really.
Or maybe you're just jaded, and like this is tied into your hate towards recycling. That's why you're not buying into the whole doom and gloom when it comes to plastics.
Yeah, I'm a defender of plastics. I don't like this shit talk about plastics, man. More plastic.
You're in on with big plastic.
Jeff Lee is trying to get us back to the divorce question or divorce.
Oh yeah.
Topic.
What does he want to know? What does he want to know?
I don't know. He's just sharing that
I've got something on that.
He was a kid of divorce, and he always looked up and respected couples who stuck together. And when those fail, it's a reminder of your own family's failure. I guess that was.
Oh wow! I mean,
my thought that like people who come from divorce were responding to the Adam and Lynette announcement with more sadness. I'm guessing that's what he responded to. And then he says, "My grandparents were arranged."
My dad's second marriage was arranged and lasted until he passed away.
Yeah, there you go.
He went back to Korea Yeah, probably, I'm sure like his family. I met his sister one time. Just never really had much interaction with his side of the family because he was really the only one that moved to the United States. But yeah, I bet they didn't like my mom a lot at all. But then he went back to Korea. I don't think I knew. I don't think I knew, but I think that whole trip was because he was going to be getting married to a family, and it was arranged marriage.
Mm.
Um, and then he came back, and then we were told that in 3 months that your new stepmom would be coming would be coming to America. I guess I had to wait for like a visa or like,
The
couldn't just come right over.
crate shipping took a while back then.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was about to say, then a bunch of crates showed up, like proper wooden crates with all this like Asian furniture, like
They shipped
bedroom
their
furniture, like
pieces.
yeah, like
Yeah.
very like what you would think, like furniture, like cabinets that had all like the, I don't know, alabaster or whatever it is, like kind of like finish, like birds and stuff made out of yeah,
This all sounds like stuff that would end up at my job, by the way, eventually.
maybe.
It's like
Yeah.
we need to
Right.
donate this stuff.
I gotta go get ready for bed. I'm fading. But I
Fading.
mean,
Yeah.
Chris,
Okay.
All right.
We'll probably just cover
Bye,
this and then
guys.
roll in a minute.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
All right,
Talk to you
bye
soon.
everyone. Thanks, YouTube, still watching. Thanks for showing up.
All right.
And she cut herself off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my dad's that was arranged, and yeah, I think that was different. Like I never really. It didn't seem like there was a lot of passion or love there.
It
was
just
more
going
like-
with the motions.
It was more like just a good example of teamwork.
It's like,
No, they
see?
didn't tell him it was in the crates. I think the crate showed up before her, though.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know. People
she came in a duffel bag in a trunk.
that fell off a truck. There you go.
The Asians, they're like, oh, the furniture is much more valuable than the females.
Exactly. Here, doorbell ring, yo, bazoo.
Yobaseo. Yeah, there was a lot of Yobaseo. Yeah, trying to think of the other.
That's the only I know. That's the only thing I know.
A lot of Yobaseo, yeah. A lot of like Uri Idol or Uri Idol, something like that. Like that's our son.
Mm.
So I'd hear them like talking in a negative fashion at the dinner table, and then like putting my name in there all of a sudden, and I'd be like, "What
It's
the
like,
fuck?"
oh, I know they're talking about me.
Or I hear him say Uri Idol or our son or something like that. Like, oh, they're not talking about anybody in a nice way, and then throwing my name in there. Like, this can't be good.
Yeah.
Interesting, Manny. So let me ask, can you mind, like, so when you said you were born, your eyes were compromised. So like what can you tell me more about that? Like, what did that mean? Like
Who, for me or for your?
for you, like what did that mean? Like your eyes were compromised. Like what happened?
Oh, well, yeah, just that. I was coming out the womb, and then something happened where some fluid or some liquid got into my eye sockets or
Okay.
something like that, and
Okay.
that's why my quality of eyesight's not that great.
What happens with babies? I guess do babies normally they come out and their eyes are ever open in the womb? Or I wonder, yeah.
I don't know if
I should
don't
know
know.
this because
Yeah,
I went through.
you've been through this, man. You're the ones who should be able to know more than me. I don't remember childbirth, man. What can I say?
No, well,
Maybe I'll look into it more.
We're gonna bring a hypnotist on next week, and yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know how. All right, I'm just curious, man.
I'll look into it, and then maybe I'll bring some more answers to the next recording and be like, so this is what happened. This is skinny.
Now I vaguely remember you telling us about this. I don't know, way back, maybe off air or something like that. But
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Probably. I sometimes get uncomfortably familiar with people. It's like maybe you shouldn't tell the people that so quickly.
Well, we want folks to get to know us and get to know them, so it's cool.
Yeah, you're right. Gotta let people in.
Plastic. I remember Subway bread had plastics in it at one point. Really?
That's weird.
Of course, monkeys, uncles, and know it all. Babies open their eyes inside the womb and can see light from the outside. Although babies' eyes can see light starting around week 16, their peepers aren't fully formed about week 20. Okay. Yeah, I remember they grind down the male chicks, right? What? That's out of context, I guess, but let's see. So yeah, I remember the doctor saying that it, like, when a newborn comes out, they can't see very far away, and they can really just see like kind of figures. Like, so they're not like coming out of the womb, opening their eyes and like seeing you in high definition.
Exactly.
They're seeing kind of shapes at first, maybe colors or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they grind down the male chicks, right? What is that? What's the context for that question? We were talking about gay chickens at one point.
No, the ingredients in chicken nuggets.
Oh,
Because I mean, everything is like chicken strips, chicken sandwiches, chicken this, chicken that. As of late,
yeah, chicken nuggets are weird. Chicken, they're like what is it called? Like drywall of chicken. Like, it's not wood. It's just like something. Or no, what's the
oh yeah, it's like chicken byproduct or whatever.
fiberboard or something? Like,
Yeah.
where it's wood, but it's just like bits of wood packed together.
Exactly, it's all the stuff just compressed into.
And they grind down male chicks, right? I always feel tiny chicken. What? Yeah, you're talking about buffalo wings? Like, you think buffalo wings are like baby chickens? I don't know about that. I think they're just
Buffalo wings are rats. Is my hypothesis.
or rat spines.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
we're eating rats, everybody. Flats, bone in. It doesn't matter.
So they grind down the male chicks to make chicken nuggets.
Glad I stopped eating
that
chicken nuggets a long time ago.
McDonald's barbecue sauce makes it all right.
Does it?
Yeah. You have a favorite? You ever eat chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
It's been a long time, dude.
You have a favorite sauce?
Nah. Okay, before I stopped eating there, I like getting the McChicken, and I would get like a thing of barbecue because they would put ranch on it, and just a little bit of barbecue into the McChicken was just right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pulp. Yeah, they make like
there you go, chicken pulp. That's what it is.
Chicken pulp.
Yeah. Get some chicken pulp in your life, everybody. That's what they're going to be feeding us eventually.
Yeah, maybe Soylent Green. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's kind of where we're heading. And people are like, yeah, like with this whole synthetic meat bullshit, like meat grown in a damn factory. Like,
not about it.
That just is wrong. It just, and the beyond is it Beyond Meat?
Yeah,
that's just, come on. People are like, oh, that's cool. I want to try it. Like, stop it.
Actually, I forget which there's like two synthetic meat companies. One of them is backed or was founded, or Ace's former broadcast friend John Sally is involved in one of those companies. I forget which one.
Oh yeah, he's a vegan.
Yeah.
It's offensive to me. There's a great meme like where I think I saw it in like the Ron Swanson group. Homeless pulp. That's what Soylent Green is, basically. Homeless people pulp. Yeah. Where it's like Arby's has researched and developed vegetables made out of meat. So it's just like a carrot on a plate that's made out of supposedly made out of beef. I appreciate that.
You ever been to Arby's?
Yeah, man. I've been to Arby's. I
Not a
used to.
fan.
It's a little bit boring now, but back in the day, Arby's was cheaper. Like everything was cheaper, but
Yeah.
Arby's were more. When I grew up in Baltimore, there were more Arby's around. So like they're just the original roast beef sandwich. And I think that's the only thing I've ever had at Arby's is their original roast beef sandwich with the horsey sauce, they call it. I don't know. Tastes pretty good. But I haven't been to an Arby's. I don't think there's an Arby's near where I work, but it looks like a shithole. So
They have the meats, man.
they don't look as they don't look as welcoming. Oh, the shit, the stuff on their commercials. I mean, something doesn't add up to the Arby's near me. It's like a hellhole.
Hellscape.
Can't believe you're willing to eat this. That's true. Yeah, I mean, the people that invented that Beyond Meat, I swear they were probably like, it was probably done as a joke. You know what I mean? And then people were like, yes, this is great. I heard that cows are destroying the atmosphere or something. Yeah, Arby's was really cheap. Yeah, you could get like the original roast beef sandwich like $1 or something, like two for $3 or something like that. And he's saying 5 for $5. And it was definitely, I don't know what kind of beef it was. If you take a real good look at it, it does not look like beef at all. But whatever, it was like the McDonald's McRib.
Oh yeah,
it's not a rib, but for whatever in the soft buns, the consistency of it was just, it was good. And the sauce, it was good.
Yeah, just like a bunch of gelatinous byproduct put into a mold. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's your McRib.
Yeah. Like there's in the Arby's roast beef, there's no grain, like that you would normally see in a piece of beef. It's just like, looks like bologna.
Yeah.
Which, bologna, I don't know what bologna is. Because bologna is probably made out of a lot of stuff. Yeah, quote, roast beef in quotes. All right. Yeah. So we can just keep talking about whatever. Yeah, I'm just reading whatever they put in the comments.
I know.
Like, Philly beef and Swiss art. No, see, I never strayed from the original roast beef. I might have gone crazy and done like the double roast beef. Horsey sauce. Yeah, it's good stuff. Does anybody remember? We can end with this one. Does anybody remember there were fast food joints called Roy Rogers?
Often heard of them, never been to one.
Anybody out there? Roy Rogers, fast food.
Isn't that a movie character or some shit?
As an actor.
Okay.
Yeah, was Roy Rogers? Was Roy Rogers Tonto? Was his? No, that was the Lone Ranger. That was when I was a kid. There were like a few like super white cowboys on TV, Lone Ranger and Beef and Cheddar now. So Roy Rogers
was a singer.
Roy Rogers probably sang too. Yeah. I think maybe an actor or singer. I don't know. But Roy Rogers had this thing called the Double R Bar Burger, right? Just the RR Roy Rogers. And it was basically a hamburger, but it had like really good sliced ham on top of the hamburger. So it was a beef hamburger on a good bun with like thinly sliced ham piled on top. Then you just put like a I don't know, they probably had their own version of sauce, and that was good. That was really good.
So it was like the predecessor to the pastrami burger, it sounds like.
Maybe. I think Roy Rogers might have been taken over by Arby's or something back then, or No, it was taken over by Hardee's. You remember Hardee's?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Good old
Trigger. Yeah, Trigger Burger. That was horse meat. Oh, Jeff's got twin sisters. We'll have to talk to him about that. Talk about twin girls, and they're both into cosplay. Keep them away from Manny.
Man, you swear.
Fuck. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans singing Cowboy and Girl. Okay. All right. So Monkey's uncle's not in his 20s. Not in his 20s to know that kind of information off the top of his head.
Close to your age.
Gotta be. Yep.
Word.
What? All right, everybody. I guess we'll wrap it up. What do you think, Manny?
Yeah, I think
times.
so.
Yeah, it's getting late here. Time to get ready for bed. But really appreciate all the feedback tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and we'll have it out in a few days. I got a couple more, 2 brand new episodes dropping probably in the next 24 hours. With,
Get to it, Rob. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. See if Rob can get that done. What do we have? We had the moms. Yeah, we have an episode. Our Mother's Day episode is coming out shortly, and then also the crossover pod with the Grumpy Bastards coming out too. So, all right, everybody. All right, Manny,
we'll see y'all next week. It's always a pleasure.
Chat soon.
Yeah, man. You take care.
All right, you too, buddy. See ya.